Okay. Gajan, Shumar, is sound working? Paula? Okay. Uh-oh. Gajan, Shumar? My sound's working? Yay! How come I got no video up here? Sound good, no picture. Okay. I know what's wrong. Hold on. I got to switch the camera to that one. I think that fixed it. Yes, Jeffrey, I know. Mute my YouTube. I forgot. I'm using my OBS and it's weird because it's like 3 different things I gotta have open. I did put a link on the YouTube coin community. Give me a second here, Cajun, and I gotta email yours. Man, I got like 19 different windows open and I haven't done anything yet. Oh man, I'm on the wrong email. Add account. I am really not prepared for this. I'm never prepared for this. Okay, email. Click that button.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, Ken.
How was the bowling?
Bowling was good. I shot 790.
All right, I got to get this stuff set up here because I got 37 windows open. 790? I thought the best you could do was like 300.
3 games.
2 balls.
Uh-oh. What I just hit the wrong button. Well, okay, there's that.
I'm behind the computer. You can't see me.
Okay, there's you. There's my OPS.
Let's see. There it is. I think that might be it.
There we go. Yeah, my the summer league I bowl in is it's called color pin.
Hello.
And then you can win money if the pins are in certain orders.
Uh-huh.
But
the dragon.
It's also no tap.
Hello.
Ooh.
Hello.
Okay, let's see.
That's
Hey, how are you?
With my hair.
Blues and Canyon, Paula, and Chat, folks.
Hi, Paula. Hi, Dragon.
I just watched a Spandau Ballet video.
This much is true.
Yeah, kill me. Please kill me.
Why?
Or was it gold?
Yeah, true.
I just want to know why.
I've got a funny story about that someday.
Let's see, where's Blues? Here he is. Boink. 408. Jesus, I haven't updated this in a while. I'm sorry. I had the 35. You might have picked up a couple today. There's some. Okay. No, the chat's going. I had the 35. You might have picked up a couple. Whoa, I see. Okay, we got Cajun Coin Hunter, Paula Bloom, Space Force Commander, Coin Dragon, Khalid Pesca Coins, 2 more coin chats.
Whose channel is this?
Mine.
What channel are we on? There's like one channel now.
Kim's got a little control problem.
There we go. I got an
Hey,
email,
Jeffrey.
by the way. Where'd the hell that go? Let's see.
Hi, Jeffrey.
That's perfectly fine. Sometimes I take a few minutes to get stuff set up, and I'm still learning this OBS with Hangouts.
Yeah, that's a neat trick when you can do that. But you need like 6 TV screens to see all this. But you can jump back and forth, between
Camera one, camera two.
Screenshot. Woo! Face shot. Facebook pictures.
I'm watching SJ at the same time, so just so you guys know, I didn't want to desert her.
Okay, thank you. I felt bad about kind of doing that.
Say hi for me.
I will.
Tell her to stop touching the coins with her hands.
That too. I need to know if she got me anything too. Shoot.
I was going to get on her stream real quick and say hi.
You said hi.
Get in there and leave a like if nothing else.
She'll say, tell him to come here and see himself.
What's this? Oh, I got notes for Culinary Cathedral. Okay, there's that. Good.
So
here's this. I think I'm ready.
I got the internet fixed today.
That's good because it's been busted for days.
It's been working, but it's only been half connection.
Oh, your bandwidth?
Oh.
Yeah. Well, it's my internet's line of sight.
Right.
And the bracket that they connected to the top of the house has 4 bolts, 1 in each corner.
Mm-hmm.
And then a pole that goes up, and then a very small dish.
Okay.
Like a satellite dish.
Ooh,
It was so bad and blowing so hard, it blew the dish and ripped the bolts out of the house.
Holy crow.
That's windy.
So
it's been not fun here, too.
when it did that, my line of sight got adjusted. It was still
So like
picking up
80s?
but not full internet.
I thought it would have knocked it right down to be like line of sight of the ground or something.
Yeah, it was a pain. I felt bad for the guy because he came here to fix it and it rained on him the whole time he was up on the roof.
I used to have to adjust the antenna for our TV all the time when I was a kid.
So,
I'd be out there turning it and I'd hear my dad in the living room,
I've seen folks like that.
I feel bad for my internet guy. The whole time he was there, the customer was giving him hell.
Yeah, I could see that too.
Come on, hurry up.
All right. See, Cajun's over on another stream hanging out for a bit. Space Force came in. Dave Watson came in. Welcome, welcome.
Java good, yeah.
Hey, listen, I got an email. Let me find it. I actually had found it here. It's from Gabe.
And it reads.
Okay, Gabe Barker. You see him all the time in here. He says, Ken, that's me. I watched your show last night. Just after the big show, you did another hangout. I followed your show for over a year. I truly love all the information you share. Thank you for what you do. Never been a mod and have no desire to be one. I started using this name, and now I use Gabe Barker because his name's Gabe Barker. I had a mod that was on a few YouTube channels. Okay, all right, where is it? Now to the point. It's very hard watching a hangout. The people who are not part of it feels left out, and as no one really watches chat during the hangout. Seems like only a bunch of friends talking amongst themselves and not noticing the chat. The questions from the viewers seem to go unnoticed. That alone makes me turn off any hangouts. The only exception to this is when you guys do Q&A. Not sure what can be done about that. Anyway, thanks for the information. Okay, that's what he's talking about. If we're going to do hangouts and have them live, somebody needs to be designated as the chat watcher. We've been talking about this. Paulo's talked about this. We need a chat watcher assigned. So who wants the job?
The problem with that I've come across is that it's very hard when you're watching chat and somebody has a question, when everybody's talking all at once, to interrupt and get, and ask the question.
Yeah, interrupting, yeah.
Show the @ sign to the person you're asking the question to. That's the best idea, too.
Yeah, but even that, though, what I'm saying is that when everybody in the hangout, when all the panel and when we're all talking, to like, when's a good time to interrupt the discussion, to say, hey, Gabe's got a question.
That brings up a good point.
I don't know. See, I haven't seen too much of issues in most of the hangouts that I'm in. So, yeah, the only time when sometimes we're a little slow on answering is during the panel when someone asks when we're mid conversation about something. But besides that, I haven't seen a problem, at least.
Well, it's being noticed enough that it inspired a letter to be written. I'd have to agree to a great deal with the fellow writing the letter. It is difficult when you're talking and having a stream, especially one that's targeted like the Q&A. It's difficult to keep up with the chat. We get so many other things going. You get a line of discussion that is progressing beautifully. And maybe over in chat, you've got a question that's not quite related to what's being talked about, where it goes off on a different tangent.
Mm-hmm.
So it's difficult. But we need to make a conscious effort to try to include it.
Or maybe write down, as we see the questions in chat, write them down and let the person know, that it's been written. We'll address it when we can. When we get it set, we'll answer that question.
Your position at Q is.
Yep. Now serving, number 7. Yeah. That's the easiest low-tech answer that I could come up with is, well, let's get a note of it. But, dude, we get 20, 30, 40 people watching, and they get talky. That chat can scroll
Especially
rapid.
if it's like 3 in the morning, too.
The other thing that they could do, if there's a question that arises and we don't see it, they can always send a question in an email to the Check My Coin. That's an option as well.
But sometimes they have a question related to what we're discussing, or they just think of it because we've been talking about something and they go, oh yeah, I have a question about that, I think writing it down and addressing it, and that also brings up another point. I think it's very important when we're doing the Q&A that when somebody's making a point, they aren't interrupted.
Yeah, I about left last week. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
I got
Sorry.
very aggravated last week.
And I'm saying that on a personal note because I was interrupted a couple times and it was a little frustrating.
I hope it wasn't me.
No, it wasn't you. It wasn't me.
Yep. The way the discussion is led, and it could probably use some work. But this fellow, the letter that he wrote was not about the Q&A. He said, we're doing that one the best.
Yeah.
It's these little casual hangouts.
I agree.
All the casual hangouts. I always have chat pulled up for the most part, and
Yeah,
I don't see any issues on any of the ones that I'm in, at least. So.
Yeah, I think that is getting better. I really do. I think that from the very first couple, like, I know when Adriana did that and I did that box roll hunt, I mean, we like completely forgot that people were even watching us. We were just like a couple hens, chatting with each other. So
I don't know. See, I'm a completionist, so I get a little anal if I don't answer the questions in chat anymore. So.
Yeah, because
what was that, Blues?
We got a majority of the normal panel people that are here. I mean, who are we missing? What, Mantic?
Manic, and then Chuck and Chris.
Chuck and Chris. But that's because the link wasn't posted in like the panel page. It was posted in the community page, and they don't really watch that page. So you want to see? Speaking of Christopher Rhodes, though, I got to show you guys something funny. Whoops.
Oh God, here we go. Oh, yep, I know what you're going to talk about.
All right. Well, we got a minute. We had Bill Betts join us in the chat. Melissa.
Hey guys.
Coin is here. So welcome all.
Got Melissa forgetting me like always.
Bill Betts brings a point. Some channels are worse than others on ignoring chat.
Yes.
So we need to make a conscious effort at paying attention to chat, even if it's a designated chatter, a DC.
I'm always open. If there's issues going on, just let one of us know. Because it's kind of hard to fix a problem we don't know about.
Yeah, and I think whoever's hosting chat, whoever's hosting the show, the Q&A, the person watching the chat needs to get with that person so the host could bring up, because the host should be able to interrupt anybody to say something. It makes sense in my mind. It always.
Okay. So I got a book from Chris Rhodes, right? I'll show you the book first. Those of you that are if you're on the YouTube or Coin community, you probably already saw my post, but I got this book from Christopher Rhodes. Very, very cool book. Thick. I've had my head buried in it all day. But this is how he packaged it.
You gotta scoot it over a little bit.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's great.
Can you see it?
Say cheese.
How funny is that? He said it's because I'm so cheesy.
You get the hair right too.
I mean, look at it. It's really, it was packaged really well. You cut it up and everything, but that was so funny.
Yes,
That's awesome.
That is some classic Chris Rhodes packaging there.
So funny.
You know
I
what?
love random stuff like that too.
You know the male people have a good time with that.
It's so funny. I love that kind of stuff. I just think that I laughed for like 15 minutes. I just stared at it outside. It was a crack up. But that book's amazing anyway. I love it.
I know, Paula. You've been on it before me.
really cool. I love learning about stuff that I knew nothing, never even heard of before.
I got that one look up out of it. I wanted the book mainly for anyway. So
I know when you first asked me, I was like, oh, it's a little hard to navigate. That book's a little hard to navigate, but I'm getting used to it. And Jeffrey, of course, as soon as I posted that I got it, he's like, oh, is this in the book? And he's asking me about it. And I'm like, I don't know, but I found it.
well, full books are kind of sort of can be a little out of order. Is a nice way of saying it.
Yeah, and
The way he cataloged
it's
stuff.
cataloged weird.
Yeah, he cataloged stuff a little weird. And it's that book's a weird one because it is Fold and the other guy
Hey, Bill.
revising
Yeah.
Baker stuff.
Yeah, it was revised from a really old book.
Yes.
But it's still really old.
You know an example is scarce when Baker called it unique, at least.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
It's a very cool book. Anyway, I just share that. That was so funny. I'm keeping this too. I'm gonna keep it.
That's the stuff you do keep.
Heck yeah. I don't know where I'm gonna put it. My kids will, and when I die, my kids will go, what the heck?
Throw in the box with her.
Well, it's like every time I donate to the Big Show, I always put in the message something like off the wall.
I need to start doing that. I think that's funny. When Amanda sent me that box of pennies, she sent it in like not Velveeta cheese, but like generic, like Velveeta cheese boxes.
Oh, yeah, Great Value or something.
Yeah.
No, I'll reuse boxes like that for shipping, but I always keep the brown paper bags I get from the grocery store, and then cut them up and tape them so they're covered.
Used to use those for book covers.
I was just gonna say that. Did you guys ever use those for book covers? I was just gonna say that. And
I
then
did not.
draw on them. Yeah. I wouldn't remember how to do it now, but
Me either. Not like in one neat swoop, anyways.
Yeah. That's so funny, Frank, because I was just gonna ask. Does anybody else cover their books in school with brown paper bags?
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Well, this we're talking.
No, before my time.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was great because I was a doodler too in school.
And then they started, selling like the fancier ones.
Mm-hmm.
And
you could write on them.
My mom never would buy me the fancy ones, so I felt, oh, I'm a loser. I got the brown paper bag.
My parents would buy us food.
Well, that's what the food came in.
That's it.
What did the food come in? A paper bag.
Right. You recycled them.
Reduce.
For everything else.
And then I was also that kid that I had like cool, cute little lunch pails in elementary school, but then I got to junior high and my mom wouldn't buy like the little lunch sacks. So I always had the big brown bag rolled all the way down. It was like this long and that tall.
I would have got my butt kicked if I had a lunchbox in junior high.
I was not cool.
I'm still not cool.
Senior high, I ate pretty much everything, whatever they had available.
Yeah, I bought lunches in high school, but
Their pizza that barely deserves the name.
Yeah.
They had a good salad bar at my high school. I used to love the salad bar.
Salad bar?
Salad? Yeah, really. Macaroni salad, maybe.
I remember going to school, third, fourth grade, and we had a grease sandwich, right? Because there's nothing in the house. We were so poor. And we would take
grease? Did you grease sandwich?
Wired sandwich.
We should take a couple of pieces of bread and sop up the grease that was left in the pan from eggs and bacon.
Mm-hmm.
And send you out. We're not there for that long, 6 hours. You come back, eat something else. But yeah, it was tough growing up.
Yeah.
I haven't made it.
Now we got Mike White joined us in the chat, and Christopher W joined us. So welcome.
Melissa?
Yes.
What's up,
Yeah,
folks?
yeah. See, when I was in high school was when Obama administration was
Yesterday?
changing up
Oh,
for like changing up the food requirements, and like the stuff that was afterwards was worse off than the stuff we had beforehand with all the with all those regulations. It was terrible.
don't get me started.
It's terrible. We were supposed to get better lunches, and it didn't happen.
And you did.
Listen,
It didn't. It was worse. You got more processed and less stuff.
Well, I have to say, I didn't have it rough growing up when I was a kid. My dad was a cop. My mom was a waitress, perfect match.
I saw
And,
that movie.
huh?
I saw that movie. It had Nicolas Cage in it.
Something like that. Yeah, but they didn't win the lottery. Well, they kind of did, I guess, because, we didn't have a lot of money, early on in my childhood, but then I had a grandma that passed away and left them quite a bit of money. Back then it was quite a bit of money, but so I had it easy. I can't, my family was dysfunctional, but we never went without.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah. We never went without.
Mike got another 15 rolls of quarters. Did you find anything?
I have a box of pennies here. I've been going through.
W for weight, maybe?
Why not? Every time I go to the bank, I get a box of pennies. They're 2019.
Really?
And they're D's.
Fill them up.
Yeah, you're Texas.
And I'm like, oh my man, just give me an uncirculated stuff to look at, or
Different
give me circulated stuff to look at.
Yeah. How about some customer goodies?
I asked for customer rep roll when I used
rolls. My daughter's bank does. She has Chase. And every once in a while I'll have her go to her bank and get me some customer wrapped rolls, but
Mike's striking out. He's not finding anything.
out of $3,200, you got nothing?
That's 6 boxes, dude.
Wow.
Fix and change.
Oh my goodness.
Try a different bank.
That's heartbreaking.
Yeah, I would be going to a different bank for sure. Throw $100 and start a savings account and
Oh, did you see what Christopher W said, Blue?
good. 5 blank planchette.
Yeah. And every once in a while I'll pull 2 or 3 rolls out of the box, just random, and go through them and see if I can find anything, but I ain't finding nothing in those 19Ds. Nothing. It's heartbreaking.
Modern Lincoln sent for you.
Here's one. You guys look at this one. Just pulled out of this box. Hang on.
Well, people say, oh, you might be the first one to discover something new. I'm like, I don't have the patience to go through that many of the same thing.
Yeah, I've discovered stuff that is new, but I can't take a good enough picture for them to accept it. They always expect it because of my picture.
Was ist das, Paula?
I'm pretty sure it's plated.
Pretty sure it's whacked, too.
I don't know if it's plated or not. But
Or is that part of what you're looking at?
I'll show you the purse. I don't know if it just doesn't, all the details are there, so I don't know if it's stripped. Let me get closer.
Anything on the edges?
Nothing.
Focus on the kids.
No plating.
I think, yeah, that might just be, look at the edge on the left there, though.
That's just a light.
That's the light. Okay.
Yeah, there's nothing on the. There's no copper on it.
Not bad.
Here.
What the? Whoa, cool.
Yeah, Melissa. Hold on a minute.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
there's no copper on it.
Well, you can look at an unplated one.
So, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't look stripped.
And there's still good detail, like you said.
Yeah.
Oh, what's below that date?
Yeah, I was wondering about that too. Looked at it.
What do you mean that?
Does
see
strike
that.
through?
Long oval cigar-shaped looking thing.
It is kind of blobby. Could.
No, I think it's just a stain.
Doo-doo.
Yeah, I'd have to look with a loop.
And Louis.
But yeah, because I don't think the bottoms of the 9 and stuff. I think it's just a stain. But I mean, it doesn't. I don't know. I don't like that fitting. I don't know. Well, what the? Oh, that's just dirt in there.
Yeah.
Hey, if you think
I
it's
played
cool,
it and circulated.
What, Ken?
I didn't circulate it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's the first one that I've ever found that I think might be legit. I just grabbed that out. It looked funky to me.
I honestly, even if I do see one that's questionable, I usually just chuck it.
Yeah, that one looks pretty legit. Because usually when I find them that are questionable, there's not detail. The detail you can just tell it's mushy. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna put it in a flip and
Some more. What?
I'll bring it up maybe Thursday if we have time.
Oh, yeah, there you go. I'm sorry, I'm reading the chat out loud here.
See if I can get the lighting a little bit better. I have like an overhead light, and then I've got a lamp, and then the light on my microscope. So I think there's just too much light. Yeah, bring the chat back up. There you are.
The cat?
The things that just come to your house. My buddy is driving me crazy. Saw some of it Saturday. 7 more was coming. Huh? Who? What?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
I'm leaving next. I'm leaving on the 8th to my aunt's house. And do you guys remember I talked about my aunt found all those old, like, $50 and things like that? She doesn't know what they are. Remember, I talked about it a while ago. Anyway, I'm going down there next week. And I'm going to stream from there because she's got good internet and everything. And look at those old coins of hers.
Oh, can you imagine?
Huh.
So that'll be, she's got like, it sounds to me like she's got like bust halves and.
Like a horror, huh?
So yeah. So I'm pretty excited. I know she's got a bunch of walkers and different things. So I'm gonna stream from there and let everybody look at them while I'm looking at them because I'm gonna catalog her as best I can, catalog them for her and stuff. But because she was just gonna like take them and you know she was keeping them for silver content and everything, and I'm like, oh, you let me look at them before you like do that. So.
Jeez.
So Mike White had a question, Blues.
Okay, see, as Mike asked, has anyone ever found any of the business strike NIFCS mint quarters 2012 to present?
Well, they wouldn't be NIFCs if they were business strike.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Sorry, Frank.
No, that's vice versa.
My mouth just runs. Speaking of running, I need to get a tissue.
So he's referring to
the ones in the Oh, crap.
Those you don't find often. They've been found, but they're few and far between in circulation. They're not made in circulation. They typically go out in mint rolls. And these are, where's the camera? These are the S mints, uncirculated, so they are business strikes, produced since 2012 for the state quarters. They're clad, and we can look at that under the scope. Every now and then one will make it into circulation, but boy, they're tough to find, let me tell you.
Yeah, I have probably only found 2 or 3 in circulation.
There you go.
So.
But you can find, dude, everything you can find in circulation eventually. There it is. That's the S. And this is straight out of a mint roll. Let me take it out. Where's a card? Here's one.
That's them.
That's them. Yeah, here's one right here. Right out of the roll. What do you got?
But no, that's not approved, Mike.
No, not proofs. They're a business strike, and
Yeah.
you can buy these S-minted business strike quarters and rolls from the U.S. Mint. You still can.
Bags too, right?
I imagine, yeah.
Because I bought some of the bags of the P&D Lowell, and then turned them in. I wish I would have at least kept several sets of them. I bought them before I realized that they weren't putting the W's in those.
Mm. Yeah, but they're, let's see, they've been doing them for 7 years. Not many have found their way to circulation. Some, I'm sure, have. Dude, everything's going to end up in circulation eventually, a little here and there. But these, they're not going to be in any sort of volume released in circulation. You know, maybe somebody dropped a roll in by accident or didn't know what they had and sent it off to the Coinstar. You never know. There you go. But most of these are in rolls or in sets where people have, put together the complete sets. They don't call them NAFC. They could just as easily call them NAFC. They call them uncirculated clad San Francisco. And yes, they are NAFC. They're not made. They're not intended for circulation.
Ah, there we go.
But every now and then.
Which is the definition of business strike.
Yeah.
When it's intended for circulation, commerce.
We got Brian Hooper joined us. Hello, Brian.
Business strikes are intended for circulation, but also they make these uncirculated coins, which are not intended for circulation.
Right.
It confuses all.
Yeah. NIFC is not an official designation. Think of it more as a guide. They're not intended, but they do on occasion make it in. You can get away with calling them NIFCs.
Cool.
I call proofs NIFCs.
That would be appropriate.
Yeah. So Christopher Rhodes is, he brought up in our chat the other night about doing a topic or a stream or something on women in numismatics. And I've actually been writing messages to finding some women and then finding them on Facebook and messaging. I haven't heard back from any of them. They probably think I'm a cuckoo. So there was one that I messaged.
WIN.
I hope this gal writes me back.
By Megan Woston.
Well, I'll tell you who I wrote.
For Boston.
I wrote.
No, Logan Woston.
Yeah, she's the new
Kind of rep for
youth, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, that I hadn't thought about that. No, this gal's name, where is it? I just wrote it.
We got Pocket Change Exchange joined us. Welcome.
Cindy Wibker. Cindy Wibker. She won some award, a big award. Anyway, so I'm trying to research, I want to get Amber Pennell's panel, or Panel, I think is how you pronounce her name. I want to get her input on it. I want to get Jessica's input on it.
There was one that they just sold off her collection not too long ago, and she married a coin dealer and got in it herself, and she put together a gorgeous, wonderful collection of her and her late husband.
Let me grab a pen and write her name.
Here you go, Paula.
Hang on a second. Are you giving me a pen? I never have anything right where I need it. I
have everything right where I need it, but it's all piled up.
I sit here for an hour before I know I'm going to be doing a hangout or something, and I get everything I need, and then nothing is here. Okay. So what's the director of the ANA, Ken, the youth director?
Conica, youth director.
Conica, that's right. Yeah, I voted for her.
Logan Woston.
That's
Woston. Right. Wostyn.
Okay.
And she's up in Michigan.
Jeffrey, what was? Did you get that name?
I'd have to look back through some articles and stuff.
If you find it. Yeah, if you guys come across any people that you think might be receptive to me messaging them, I don't know that. I mean, this gal hasn't even read my message yet, so she might not even be on Facebook. She may be dead. I don't know. I hope not.
Check deadoralive.com. Kirk Douglas, still alive.
Who?
I'm Spartacus.
I'm Sporadicus.
Well,
Yeah.
I hope she's still kicking.
Yeah, I guess if Ken goes on one of his weak spurts where you don't hear from him, we're just gonna have to check on deadoralive.com.
Yeah, well, no, I just message his sister.
Check the newspapers in his area.
She calls my brother. He comes over.
Or yeah, I could message your brother.
And he wants answers.
He'll go over your house.
I can answer to you. Mm-hmm. Mike White says, I think it's just awesome. I bring up an obscure coin and Ken just picks one up off his desk. I got a bunch of those things. Seriously, put together a collection with all those obscure coins, because in 50 years, those S's, they only made, what, 1.5 million of the darn things? Let me look this up real quick. Oh, let's see.
I think it's 1.68 or something like that.
It's not many.
Less than the W's, and you can find those W's a lot easier than those estimates.
That's right.
Exchanges here.
They're going crazy over the W's, and there's 2 million of each. These estimates, less than 1 million a lot of sometimes. If I can find my list here.
Mike
White says 1.6.
Man, I picked the wrong time to be broke, though. If I could have donated to Mantics on Saturday, I would have, because you get 10 of those quarters and you got $200 right there. Hello.
They're going for $20 a piece now?
Yes.
The new ones, the
memorials.
Yeah, the second set.
No, watch out for those. Okay, what's that one I just had? That's the White Mountains here. The
At
White
least
Mountains,
$20.
uncirculated 1.6. Meanwhile, they're throwing $20 at the W's. It's all because of the promotion, the hype that they're getting. These uncirculated S's, they're not getting the news. They are fading into obscurity, and you can get them for $1, right? The satins.
Oh, we got Ken on the Satan rant now.
Yeah, now's the time to buy them.
Yeah, right?
There we go.
Well, when I go down to my aunt's, because she lives in California,
There.
I know that they dumped some of the Lowells was one of the places that they did that. I think they were on the list. I think Seattle was the closest to me, but I want to have her get a couple boxes of quarters. Because I know she banks with a few different banks, and they've got, you talk about money. My aunt's got some money.
Yeah, let's get some of that.
I'll bet you she could, in fact, I should call her tomorrow and have her talk to her bank. I bet you she could get them to order her some of the new, some uncirculated boxes. That's my best chance. I ain't going to get nothing here. Neither is CJ. We don't get anything here in Oregon. They'll be trashed before they ever make it to my door.
Yeah. Okay, if you think those W quarters are cheap now, give it 6 months.
They're going to go up or they're going to go down? What do you say?
They're going to be down.
They're going to be down. They should end up $5 to $10 for decent mid-range uncirculated.
But that's the thing. Get them now and sell them off. That's my point. I wouldn't hold on to them.
If you got them, take advantage of the market. Move them
I'm
up.
going to keep a couple of the best, and
you can buy them back later.
heck yeah. I just keep a couple of the best ones I found, and they would not even make it out of my hand before they would be listed for sale. I'd be like, here's a picture. Want to buy it?
Yep. It's a stock photo, so you're going to get one that kind of looks like this one.
Well, those ones that they were finding on Saturday, man, those things were nice. They looked like they were in good condition.
All right, I know you wanted to say something about that.
What?
Yeah, Melissa just posted in all caps. Sheila has spoken, so it shall be.
I was chuckling at that too.
He is the authority.
Yep.
I just study market trends, and that's what's going to happen.
I don't study nothing. I study Ken.
When you get yourself a good reputation on coins and talking coins and the market and what's going on, they'll tend to pay attention to you more.
My other thing is I have a lot of connections, so I know what's going on a lot of the time. Some of the stuff I'm
comedy as to gain attention.
Yeah.
Do we need to start calling you the mob boss?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's up to you.
Well, I mean, you got connections, so
I do. I lost my.
You got a guy who knows a guy.
Pretty much the only connection I haven't got yet is to U.S. Mint, but I've talked too much trash on him, so I think I burnt that bridge.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, after I called them out about the W quarter 2 weeks before it was issued, they stopped talking to me.
Go figure.
Go figure. All right. I'm going to pull this up. Oh, let's see. I love it. This is direct confrontation.
Yeah, if you ever don't want anybody to know something, don't tell Ken. Just don't. He's not, he has a lot of very endearing qualities, but secrecy is not one of them.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
Ken.
What's that? I missed. I wasn't paying attention.
Carry on.
Okay. All right. Where the hell? How do I get the screen here? Here's the screen. Okay, there. We got the United States Mint, and you get the chat message I sent to him. I started out, I'm the proud owner of the United States Mint Westward Journey Nickel Series coin sets, 2004, 5, and 6, right? Now, these include the satin nickels in those coins sets, but they don't have and can't get mintage figures on those 3 sets, on those 3 years. But the 2005 and 6 include satin finished nickels. So the numbers that they're putting out for satin finished nickels is incorrect. And I'm trying to find those, and they just can't seem to help me. Okay, it went on. It's been 6 months. Any news? Okay. All right. Then we get. Then I'm starting to get some inside news, and I tell them, hey, what time of day does the Mint usually go live with their press releases? Anything big coming in the next couple of days? This is March 25. I don't know if you can see that. See if we can see that. Yeah, you can see that. Okay. Hello, Ken. We don't really have a specific time that we issue press releases. Blah blah blah. And the next day, is there a press release coming out today? Are you able to confirm the release of West Point quarters into circulation? Okay. Was the camera crew at the Philly Mint today doing a story about the West Point quarters being released? And all I get for days is crickets.
Oh, you ain't gonna get nothing home, Ken.
Okay. So April 1st, they come up with the news, and I say, okay, you can talk to me again. How do I get press credit? I haven't seen what? Yeah. So I scooped the Mint. I was pretty psyched about that, but they don't want to talk to me no more.
Yeah, you have to. If you want to learn stuff from the Mint, you have to file the paperwork.
Yeah, at this point, I need a Freedom of Information Act for them to talk to me. They said, don't talk to that guy no more.
Oh, trust me, I have filled out quite a few of those Freedom of Information Acts, getting information from the Mint. I've done it before. I'll do it again.
Yep, you can do a video on how to do that. And we'll get all kinds of stuff out of them. We'll have to hire somebody.
Sometimes they will shut you down, depending on what it is. They'll attempt to shut you down.
Yeah, they won't answer me on their website. They won't answer my email. They won't answer the messages there. I am shut off.
You have to go incognito sometimes.
Yep, I'm going to put on a mustache. Who's that? There.
They've probably taken you off of their birthday list, too.
I got just the thing. There.
Don't expect a card from them this year.
Hey, that's that bacon mustache.
That's a bacon mustache. That's right.
Hey, loved you at Magnum PI.
Mustache.
Oh,
Okay, so I did put a couple questions inside the email. Not the email, but on my post. What did I put on that?
He said, show us your coin desk.
Yeah.
Oh, no. This is it right here.
Oh,
Discuss
no.
I'm taking my camera down.
desk setup, the organizer and storage of coins that you're working on.
I would have to like show you my entire house. Like any space that like should be open has coins on it. So there's no organization to it.
Yeah, but is that the ones that you're presently
Coin
working on?
What, Blues?
Are those ones that you're presently working on?
It's a never-ending cycle. They get put away. A week later, they get taken back out for whatever reason. And then I'm like, why are these here? And they get thrown in another box. And then a little while later, if I have time, I'll go through them and organize them again. And then they get taken back out. And it's this whole, yeah.
Yeah, see, with a lot of rotating stock, I tend to kind of live on a little hope and a prayer at times to find the stuff when I need to find the stuff. There's just so much
my
stuff
problem.
there.
I don't need to find anything. You know, it's not like I'm selling stuff or anything like that. So it's one, you know, as soon as I sit down and I'm like, okay, I'm going to organize this box of coins right here. Next thing I know, I've got my nose in a book, or I'm watching Ken, or Dr. Pimple Popper or something, and I never get to the coins. They're
just the random stuff that just sits on my desk. That's what's a little amazing at times.
But I am looking forward to. I did buy some rolls from Chuck's auction. $5 I paid, and I really want those 2011 peas.
$5. What'd you get?
I got a roll of 2011 peas and a roll of 2011 Ds. I actually got 2 of each. But what the heck? My life just, I have a ghost. The man in my
There's some 2019 Ds for $2 a roll.
Sorry.
And the only reason I got them is not the D's. I'm probably not even going to open. I'm just going to keep them. But the P's, I want to look for that. There's a really nice video on those.
Yeah, Blues, you still got those 2019 Ds for $1 a roll?
Yeah.
We got a deal. We got it. Everybody contact Ken.
And I got a couple Whitmans, one that is almost all the way full. They're just like 41 through 74 or something like that. But he said that now, I'm not sure I totally believe that he hasn't looked through them for varieties, but
I think it was 41 through 59.
Was it something like that? But they're maybe I got it for my grandsons, you know. And I think what did I pay, $6 a piece for those or something?
Oh yeah, it was great.
Yeah, I sniped them. Nobody bid on them, and then somebody bid, and then I went up $1 at the right before he called time.
You sniped it.
I hate that format. I'm just gonna put that. I hate that format.
I like it. I think it's efficient.
It.
I think it's very efficient. I like it.
I noticed delay for the first time in the clock going to 0. And
yeah, between it says time on his before they call time in chat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Maybe there's something. I don't know what can be done about it. I mean, lag is lag.
Yeah. I don't know.
But I like the way he's set up.
I really like it. I think it's super efficient. I mean, he can get, last night he didn't have very many lots, but it was an hour long, hour and a half?
Yeah, about that.
You do an auction, and dude, after 2 hours, you're wore out. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm wore out.
Well, he doesn't have to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
He can sit and chit chat. He doesn't have to do anything. The mods, it's super easy for the mods, and I liked the way Mantix did theirs on Sunday too, where I just had to put in lot number instead of the whole description of what was for sale. I just put lot number, starting bid, and that was it. But I do like the countdown timer.
My biggest issue is I don't have the best internet when it comes down to this last couple of seconds.
Yeah.
I can still have another $30 to run on some stuff, and if somebody comes in at that last second, that's just, I lose interest in it just because that's not worth my time then.
It does make it tough for people who don't have good internet.
At least for me, I left last night just because I just got frustrated with that type of stuff, and I left and I went and did my acquisition in other places. So
yeah, I can see that would be why you wouldn't like it then.
Hey, Paula, check the chat.
Huh?
Check the chat.
Check the chat, Paula.
Yay, a female coin person. Woo! I'm a female coin person indeed.
Yep, and that's the new name in my chat, so welcome.
Welcome. Violet M. I'm going to have to check your channel here.
I'm going to sub you right now.
Sub.
See ya, Hooper.
Take it easy, Hooper.
Hi, Brian.
Let's see.
Let me see. What do we got over here?
There you go.
Oh yeah, the other thing that happened today is I picked up like 15 subscribers out of nowhere today.
Oh, did you really?
Yes, it was like all in the matter of like 2 hours.
Oh,
Welcome, Violet. My grandson calls me Grandma Penny. You don't want to know what these guys call me, though. I am a crazy coin. I'm a crazy coin lady.
What do we call her?
Most of the time on my channel, I just do like I hang out in my backyard and chit chat. But I do coin stuff. I mean, I've kind of taken a break from my coin class thing, back to basics. But I'm on a Q&A panel every Thursday with most of these guys here, all of these guys here. And generally, I'm the only girl.
That just shows you what kind of group you're going to get involved in.
Yeah, right? We do need more girls. But my odds are good.
I have a question. Why, when Melissa talks to me, why is it always in caps?
I don't know. Yeah, I was kind of.
Oh, it's because she got a hearing problem. See, so she.
No, I'm the one. I'm the one.
Yeah, I wonder who did that.
Yelling at you.
Yeah.
Because he's yelling at you like the 22-year-old you are.
Oh, I'm half deaf. I got the hearing of an old man. It's okay.
Yeah, I know you do.
Jeffrey, it's always caps with you.
I don't know what the
Could
hell
you
the
type
issue is.
louder, please? I can't hear you.
Type louder.
He's yelling at you.
Oh,
Mob. Like mob. Who? Is Liz getting a like mob?
Got milk?
That would be cool.
Jeffrey's so
I
pretty.
missed that today. Tell me what happened, you guys. I know Ken was in Bill's channel. Was any of you other guys in Bill's channel today?
Luz is there for a bit.
Bill J, I heard that he got a like mob.
He did. Quite the like.
That's so cool.
oh,
Because he
Yeah.
said I ignore or pass him over.
50 people over to Bill, and they liked him and liked him and liked him and sent him right up through the stratosphere. He was really, it made his day.
Aw, that's so cool. I love him.
I mean, he's got a coin show every day, and it's a pretty steady crowd. And geez, when all of a sudden here's an extra 50 people and sends it, the likes through the stratosphere, that really makes a nice day for him.
Yeah.
He deserves it. He's a great guy.
I know. I need to start telling people to like my things when they're in there, because I get like I'll have like 30 people in my room, and then I go back and check my video. I've got like 10 likes.
yeah. I get bad of.
Wait a minute.
I'm bad at reminding people to hit the like and subscribe and that type of stuff. I'm bad at that.
I just don't think about it.
I don't either. That's not my motivation.
I tell people and
most of the
everybody else
time.
when I'm in other people's streams, I'm like, hit the like.
Yeah, I do that a lot in Bill J's. I always tell people in Bill J's to ninja kick the like button. That's my saying I always put in there, and Bill J seems to really like it.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Now,
So I'm gonna put I gotta go in here though. Let me mute this. Is Violet still in the room? Because I'm gonna put up a link for the Q&A that we do on Thursdays, and you can come check it out. It's pretty cool. I don't know how much you know about coins or how long you've been doing coins, but it's very informative. It's a good time. So let me put up the link. I think I can. Am I? Oh no, I can't.
Oh,
excuse me.
Blues can approve it anyway, so you can.
Okay, I'll put it up, Blues. You just have to approve it.
yes, ma'am. Yes, boss.
It's Bob.
Yes, boss.
There you go.
No, Melissa said Ken was the mob boss.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about that, I swear. I am totally unaware of any such relationship.
I got you.
I haven't done anything, and you can't prove it.
It's on YouTube, man. We got you.
Deny everything. Admit nothing.
So-
Demand proof. That's
And
my
I went through my teen years when I did.
That sounds familiar, Ken.
So I'll show you something cool I found when cleaned underneath my desk. You guys can probably recognize what that is.
Hey, I have one right here.
Kleshner. I got mine in like with
Oh
my
no, I
son.
don't. I have the PV pick on my thing right here.
That was
But I do have a clutch pick. Ow, ow, ow! My finger's stuck in my earring. Okay.
I found it. It was underneath my desk.
under the. That's no place to keep a clutch pick.
It was under my desk. It was in a box. Ken, that just got swept off the desk with a bunch of coins. Got put in a box and got put underneath the desk.
So Violet has only been collecting for 2 months. She did it as a kid, and she just picked it up again. So all of these people on the panel here, subscribe to their channels, and there's a lot of good information on there. And then I don't know if you have Facebook, but there's a YouTube coin community. Is it YouTuber or YouTube?
YouTuber. You can't use the name YouTube because
YouTuber coin community.
That sort of thing.
Tuba.
And then there's Coin Up. Be selective of the coin groups that you join in Facebook, though. That's all I'm going to say. Be selective.
Oh, dang it, Blues. I was just going to put that on.
I'm gonna go get coffee, so I'll be back in a second.
Okay.
Give me some true Blues. I take it black.
Adrian.
I'm going to go dip the raisins.
Have raisins.
Right.
I'm going to do whatever I do.
Do the other. Yes. Back to the chat.
Hey, how's everybody
I'm going
today?
to mute myself, though, because I can get noisy sometimes.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Adriana.
You ever pass a kidney stone or a bladder stone? They
No,
make a
thank you.
distinct noise.
Or have an appendix nearly rupture.
You go in there and you go zip. Ah! That's the distinctive noise those make. Wait for it, guys. There's a future ahead of you.
Yeah.
It ain't no fun.
I think it's time for cybernetics. So we'll never have to go through that.
Violet says, cool. Yeah, I was trying to find a club around Ventura County in California. There are none. The internet is just as good, though. Thank you all for the resources. Yeah, we talk about this stuff all the time.
She might be near us, Jay.
I don't know where Ventura County is.
I think that's down. I don't know if that's LA or San Diego. I think it's LA. So she's probably close to Lebanon.
Would that be LA County?
Like a suburb of.
There's clubs around there. The big population will get a chance. I'm in the woods. There are no clubs around here. There's nothing around here. We're lucky to have electricity at the wheel, really. Written language.
They're the sound of my people.
Ventura County is northwest of Los Angeles.
Ventura, that's my sister lives. Well, my brother-in-law has a doctor's office in Ventura. What are we talking about?
That's where Violet's at.
Oh, in Ventura?
Yeah.
Ventura County.
Oh, nice. My sister lives in Camarillo. Cool. Hey, have you guys ever heard of this? This is Squatty Potty before you squat spray. Unicorn Gold. The fragrance is Tropical Dropsicle.
So now it smells like citrus.
Somewhere under the rainbow, Unicorn Gold has you covered. It transforms poop particles in the air and obliterates odor. There's
Here comes Ken.
This is the ingredient. Potty Lock. Our innovative toilet technology keeps bathroom odors where they belong beneath the surface of the toilet water. Has colloidal gold. This unique element is suspended in strips of unicorn gold. Real gold reacts with sulfur to cancel out odor and make your next Rick, the best you'll ever lay.
Where did you find that? Or was that a gift?
I have some others that's
What did I come back to?
I have some others that's called
She's making
poopery. It's called poopery.
Poopery.
Yeah, poopery. But this is unicorn gold. I'm not promoting this product, by the way.
No,
yeah.
the scratch
It
and
does
sniff
work, though.
is available for iPhone.
It does work.
Grab a nickel and scratch off the top of your phone and give that a sniff. It's just like being there.
What?
The blueberries taste like blueberries.
The snozberries taste like
Tastes like
snozberries.
strawberries.
Adrian,
Yellow snow.
so welcome, Mrs. Authentic.
Yeah, I didn't realize that Adrian had her own channel and stuff.
Oh, Adriana's in here. Hey,
Yeah.
Adriana.
I didn't realize that until last night.
Yeah, Adriana's Mishmash.
It's
I've
gone through a few
only
iterations.
seen a couple of her videos. One, they were like sitting in a restaurant having a couple cocktails, and then
Yeah, I saw the saw one or two.
she's got her hands full with Mantic. Poopery.
Poopery.
And
Yeah.
Oh, listen here. This is just a prime example of the theory about how when there's 4 or 5 of us that get along well, and we get off the topic so quick.
Oh, that's-
The train is off the tracks. The train is off the tracks.
I think that's one of the nice things when we get these late night chats. We can just kind of let loose a little bit.
it's fun.
I don't know.
I
I
mean,
just bought an amplifier for my computer too, so I'll be able to run my guitar through it.
we're still
It's
talking things and the coin world and the market and answering questions, but we're just having fun.
Yep.
I take it pretty seriously.
Yeah.
Take it too
And
serious.
then there's the silent.
Yeah, and then it just gets real quiet all of a sudden.
I got a button for that.
Yeah. That breaks up the silence pretty good.
Someone just needs to buy Ken.
It'll break up the crowd pretty good.
Ken, when's your birthday?
Jeff just had a birthday.
Somebody needs to buy Ken a soundboard for his birthday. That's
He
what
has
Ken
one.
needs. Ken needs a proper soundboard.
I can
Oh,
make
that's
one.
expensive.
This is awesome. I like this.
I used to make fly soundboards. It's much more mean.
Ooh, I like that one.
Ooh, Adrian found the W.
Yeah.
W.
That was awesome. He's so excited.
The W's are going for $20, and the S's are going for $1. There's fewer of the S's because everybody knows about the W's. Well, I talk about the S's. I said, look, I have S's, and they're only $1.
There's all this loot scene. It's
And you
very
say, that's great, but you have a W. I'm looking for one of those. Oh,
Well, I think a lot of people consider it a historical event. You know,
or hysterical.
hysterical.
Hysterical. Hysterical. Both can be accurate.
My question is, are they going, now they have a Lincoln cent W and they have the quarter W. Are they going to, I mean, we already have the 96 W, but are they going to complete the series?
well, you need a W nickel, W half dollar,
Mm-hmm.
W dollars.
Let's keep it quiet about the
Will
sunset.
they offer a mint set?
Bring back the half cent.
Bring back the half cent.
Bring
That's
it back.
right. Bring back the
Let's
2
see.
cent.
I'm all
Listen here, bring back any copper.
I'm back to half back.
Any copper.
Well, I would love to see them. I would love to see them put out a Lincoln set with a wheat reverse. I would love that.
Agreed.
That would
Do you know how good that would sell?
I know.
that
Do a
would be
standalone, and if you produce the coin the correct way, do you know how good that would sell?
with the
I
old
know.
composition.
They don't have to put a minute limit on it because they'll sell a hell of a half of them.
Yep.
A 2-cent copper remake or something. Yeah, that would,
They've already got the design.
oh yeah.
A 2020 wheat back.
They can reuse designs. How do we know? They redid the Stanley Liberty quarter in gold and the Mercury diamond
Absolutely.
gold.
There you go, buddy.
You know, it was brought up a few minutes ago if the Mint is going to come out with a W nickel, a W dollar. Now, could Mint just be secretly came out with these W pennies as a test run to see how popular they're going to be?
The U.S. Mint
what I
released
think.
the U.S. Mint is just using them as a hype to sell their crappy product. But it's just
I would not be surprised if they put out a proof set or a mint set with every denomination with a W mint mark.
Why not? Make a novelty. That seems to be what they've been doing for the past 10, 15, 20 years, especially with the commemorative. They're novelty pieces. Some of them are kind of nice, right? The 96 W dime, it had a purpose, commemorate the 50 years, right? They made it, 6 miles up the river from where Roosevelt's buried. It's a great honor. What does 2019 W on the penny commemorate? It's a novelty.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I used to make novelties.
Yeah. The U.S. Mint needs to stop making novelties and start making collectible coins like they used to. So frustrating.
Yeah, they're just going to buy those pandas is what's going to happen.
Pieces of art rather than pieces of junk.
All right. Well, you know what I just got?
What did you just got?
Novelty versus quality coins. Go.
Wow.
They're out
U.S.
there.
U.S. Mint novelty. Pretty much every other world mint is making collectible coins. A prime example is that alien coin that Paula just got. It's a novelty, but man, is that a nice freaking coin presented the nice way. Man, do I want that? See, that's the my theory on a lot of coins is when I see that coin, I want that coin to tell me buy me or search for me and find me.
Yeah.
That's my theory on buying coins. If it don't say that, it's not staying in my collection.
I appeal.
Look at the Perth Mint. Jesus Christ, the stuff that they make.
Yeah, they come
out and their designs never
Sharks,
stay.
spiders, the Chinese inspired stuff. Look at the Shanghai Mint and all the private metals. If you want to see some beautiful coinage, look at what the Shanghai Mint and some of these private Chinese metals
What
that they're
Bill
making.
has, Bill 457.
That's an ugly one compared to what there is.
I told you when I was looking for any information on the one that he has, I was looking at all of those, and man, they are some
goats,
ones.
and some of them are like this, and it's like it's just like they took like a high relief Galvano and just handed it to you, for Christ's sake. They're high relief, they're gorgeous, they're stunning. They jump out at you and say, "We're low mintage, go find me."
Yeah, and that's what they do. They'll put out a beautiful design with a super low mintage. That alien coin, 5,000 max.
I thought it was 1,500.
5,000, I think.
That's the max. It may be they only made 1,500.
Is it 1,500?
And
That was
maybe what they actually
1,500.
ended up making.
Move. I have it here.
I thought someone said they sold out and they weren't gonna
Yeah,
make any more for a couple
no,
months.
they're not gonna. Yeah, they're not gonna make any. They're gonna. But that's the max. So maybe it is 1,500.
I thought it was 1,500.
Hi, right.
Oh, seriously?
Great. I know.
Because that sounds about right for a licensed product like that.
Oops.
I want a good design. You know, I say this a lot of the time. I'm tired of seeing boring old dead guys on my coinage.
We got a Bigfoot that joined us, so welcome. And Melissa, she had a question. I think it's BS that there's supposed to be a pink HT bills.
A what?
My little girls were looking for them 2 or 3 years ago. I'm not sure. I don't know what a pink HT bill is.
High toxicity?
Huh.
That's a new one.
Yeah,
Elaborate
I've
on
never heard of it.
chat.
Oh.
I mean, when the Mint comes out with these novelty things, I mean,
HT.
are they just reaching?
Yeah, 1,500.
They're
And
reaching. They're making 2 million of them. That's not going to be a rare coin. Yeah, you'll be able to find them in circulation, but we're seeing shows they're finding 100 at a time because they're not well mixed. So the people that are hunting for them, they're going to find them. They're going to find them in abundance.
Tell me what Titans.
Yeah, Paul, you're gonna have to show off that alien corn violet some more.
It's not a rare coin by any means.
Yeah, Violet ones.
You want to know a rare coin? It's hell to find information on it. You know, the excerpt from that Baker book that Paula sent to me was minuscule, and that's what I was expecting to see. Yeah.
That's better than the ball.
That the alien?
Yeah. See, that corn's gonna jump out and just attack you. Yes, that's what I want to see.
Right on.
That thing's gonna jump on your face. You're gonna be dead. Classic Perth mint
Yeah,
design.
and it's thick.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey.
And
Yeah.
they even made her zombified or something. I mean,
Yeah, it's just antique the way the antique is.
She's antique anyway, but
Yeah, she's gonna be a national treasure here in a couple of years.
Yeah, you can just take a picture of her in a few years and it'll be automatically zombified.
by the way, for anyone that's having any concerns, I'm holding that by the rim.
we got so welcome, Aunt. Yeah, Paula, that coin's just sick, man. I'm telling you.
The mini jar.
See, this is the classic stuff that comes out of the Perth mint. And what the hell are we making?
Dead people?
Trash. You know,
And it came with the egg.
Those things spilling across the floor. I used to have nightmares about those things when I was a kid.
Well, I am a huge horror movie sci-fi
Oh, me too.
fan. So, and Alien is one of my very favorites.
It's one of the best ever made.
Yeah.
I mean, I get scared at Gilligan's Island because I really hope they get off the island.
They did.
Eventually.
Yeah, but they ended up right back on it.
You know what I used to have nightmares about? The Brady Bunch, when they found that tiki idol and that all those weird things started happening to him and that tarantula. I used to have nightmares about that.
Those flying monkeys on the Wizard of Oz screwed me up into the late 90s.
Did you ever see the movie It's Alive? It's
Oh,
an
yeah.
old, I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
I think it was made in the early 70s because I was really young, about the baby that was like all deformed with the claws and the fangs and like killed everybody in the delivery room. And then, yeah,
It was a
that
great
movie, I had nightmares about that movie too.
Okay, we got a question. Who will win in a bar fight, Paula or that Sesko?
She would. She would.
What's the question?
Because if I was in a bar,
I can't see. My eyes just went.
The Sacagawea chick.
yeah, she would. 'Cause I know when I used to drink, I used to think I was I was a tough chick. But if I ever got in a fight, I would have got my butt kicked for sure. She would win. Even carrying the baby, she would win.
Well, the issue is that Sacagawea chick's dead. So I mean, it
She'd
has
still
to.
win.
It depends on your context of when they're fighting, of course.
And then if I got in a fight with the Sea Hag, Susan B. Anthony, she would win too, because that's, as we all know, that's Bruce Jenner.
No, I don't think you've seen the commemorative. What was it? The Special Olympics commemorative. I imagine Ken has a photo of it.
Let me pull that right up here.
Oh, is that why? Does it have Bruce Jenner or Caitlyn Jenner? I guess her name is now.
Just wait.
I know. I'm a lot tougher than I.
If you want to see something unflattering.
But I don't like to fight. When I get really mad, I cry, and I throw shoes through my window.
Yes.
Here it is.
There you go, Paula.
What?
There you go, Paula.
What is that?
1995 Special Olympic World Games with Eunice Kennedy Shriver.
Oh, now I'm embarrassed for her.
Yep. It was Grumpy Cat, but he wasn't born yet, so they used Eunice Kennedy Shriver.
That's horrible.
There it is. This coin was entirely the work of Ted Kennedy up there in the Senate, saying, "Hey, I'll help you with your bill, but we got to put my sister here on a coin."
That's
the last effigy to the Kennedy Camelot plan.
Columbus.
There it is. He could have done it 30 years earlier, and it wouldn't have helped any. Now, Eunice, this is Jack Kennedy's younger sister, and she married Sergeant Shriver, who was Kennedy's press secretary. Is that right? Anyway, she went on to help found the Special Olympics. But by God, she really might want to put something on her head, like, say, 200 pounds of dirt.
Listen, that coin offends me. I'm sorry, but that is an offensive coin. I happen to be a huge supporter of the Special Olympics, and that is a disgrace.
That's pretty scary.
It looks like something that needs to be on the Buffalo nickel.
It looks like something needs to be sprayed with that unicorn gold.
You might take some of that poopery and just sprinkle it on.
That'll make the stink go away.
Yep. Next up is the Chappaquiddick $50.
That is just terrible.
Oh God. What can you do?
And why do you have? Oh, that was a picture. Never mind. I was going to say,
keep
why
a picture. I'm buying the coin. Yeah. Now I was getting ready for a ladies on coins beauty pageant.
Oh.
So you got the St. Gaudens dollar, gold dollar. You got the Mercury dime. You got the
contender
Walker. You got that French coin with that beautiful girl on there, and the second place runner-up is Eunice Kennedy Shriver.
Now, if the girl has an Adam's apple, does she still in the contest?
Then it's a dude.
Hell yeah.
Ken, nowadays you gotta watch with that extra special man bun that you commented on.
Yeah, check some of that Adam's apples. Yeah, this whole head is an Adam's apple on this girl.
Can you put that off, please?
It's an Adam's head.
That's just horrid.
I feel so bad, like laughing at that coin, but that is just
I know.
very
That
unappealing.
should be on like a Dawn of the Dead coin or something.
For real. It's a what do they call it? Zombuk.
It's alive, and this is what it turned into.
The Walking Dead commemorative coin.
Hey, Ken,
Yeah.
if you put that coin in one of your auctions, they might pay you to keep it.
Hey,
Oh, that'd be a good business.
that's administrative level thinking right there.
That's why I'm the boss.
Well, you're the boss. See, I'm not the boss. I deny having anything to do with being the boss.
Yeah, they made a good. That chick's not still alive, right?
I'd have to look. I have to
I hope not.
alive.com.
God rest her soul, she still is.
She is.
I said I said God rest her soul, she is.
Oh man.
Hey,
What's her?
people
I
actually.
would never speak to my family again if they
No,
put.
you just passed away 10 years ago.
Oh, thank God.
Mass.
She'll never see that then.
That's right. Well, no, that coin was out
95.
14 years before she passed. She was alive when they put her on a coin. You can't do that. Tell me that was not an effigy to the Kennedy clan.
Why did I do that?
What is wrong with?
It's not right.
However, I will show you something that is almost as horrid that I found in this book. There are some not so wonderful portraits of Washington in this book.
Yes, there are some
And
bad portraits of Washington.
and this,
Maybe that's what killed her.
hang on.
It is Bruce Jenner.
What it is? It's Caitlyn Jenner.
Right, that's not right.
This happens to be one of them. What is that?
Oh, the Washington the Great.
Spitting image.
Now, what is that?
Water.
It looks like a Snoopy's character.
It's an emoji.
Linus.
What is that?
That's Linus.
I think it's just worn out.
Yeah, that one's went out pretty good.
Really?
I got a half dollar like
not
that.
as much better.
It's got the same rings as what you call it.
I mean, there are some not so flattering portraits of him in this book.
You wonder which ones are actually right.
Hold on a minute. I gotta let my dog out.
All right. Come back with a picture of a beluga whale and Queen Victoria on the Canadian penny in 1882. We'll compare those. You can't tell the difference.
I mean, there's some very nice ones too, but there are some not so great.
There's a good many of them where Wash needs to put a shirt on.
I mean, what is this? What is this?
Ooh, that's a design failure.
What's that one called? The Ugly what?
That's Ugly Head. The
Clown.
other one was too.
I was just gonna say that was the preview, the foreshadowing of the movie called It, the book and movie called It.
Yeah, the other one's called The Ugly Head too.
Manatees are prettier, says Hoover.
Yeah, there's some bad ones. There are some bad images of early presidents, but a lot of these medals, you have a little droopy face.
That didn't work.
No, that's an alien.
Well, see, the issue was is in that time when these medals were made, you know, a lot of the medals that were made weren't made by master engravers.
What the heck?
Oh, that's that. Oh,
It's an alien.
No, who does he looks like somebody?
It's supposed to be George Washington.
Alfred Hitchcock?
Yeah.
These are all supposed to be George Washington.
That's
What do you
supposed to be poor George. All the great things he did for this country, and they produced coins with that on it.
Yeah, right?
Nobody hating on George. Coins from the dark side. That's cool.
Hey Ken, I do got to give you credit, Ken, for your C pin
C-pin.
in there.
No, you don't have to give Ken credit for that. Really, you don't.
Give it to Paula for the idea. That came in like a Q&A.
I've been trying to get you to do coin bingo for months.
Oh.
Yeah,
For
C-pins.
months.
Ken, did you stream that this morning? Because I think I tuned in when I was half asleep.
Yeah. Thank you, Paula.
Well, that's another thing, though, that I wish he would have kept to himself for a while, because I have a feeling that may not stay on Ken's channel. Just saying.
Well, then boycott the copycats.
Somebody is going to take that and run with it.
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to create bingo cards of a sort, right? 5 by 5. We're going to play goddamn coin bingo. Now, you got to have the card, and it's got to be registered, because we're actually going to make it work. So to do that, each card, we're going to have a photograph here. Send the photograph to the owner of the card. It'd be $5 a card, or $10 a card, or $50 a card. Each card is going to have an ID number and be registered with the person who bought the card. So when we play the game and somebody says C-pins, somebody says bingo, we can compare that card with what's been called for numbers, right, and see where they won. Did they get the, an X? Did they get the 4 corners? Whatever the hell it is.
Postage stamp.
We got the actual card, and we can look at pictures and stuff. And it'll work, but it's going to have those too, because anybody say, "Oh, I won." Oh yeah, what card number did you win on? Oh, number 42. Well, it's not registered to you, so no win on that one. And we can make that work, but effectively, the paying for the card would fund a substantial giveaway. That's the whole darn idea. Oh boy, it's going to be a lot of work. Too much work, says Hoover. We could do it. We could make it work, and we could do a magnificent giveaway with it.
I personally think that several nice, very, very nice giveaways, as opposed to one substantial giveaway, would be more effective and make it more fun for more people. There would be more giveaways.
Oh, I was thinking, have a couple small ones, right?
Yeah.
Then a couple of mid-range ones, but I mean, half of what you'd bring in, or maybe a third of what you bring in, would be the final prize for the coverall game.
Oh, the blackout, yeah.
Yeah, build it is what we say.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could see doing a couple small ones, maybe some folders, or $5, $10 items, a couple of proof sets in there. And then you get into some bigger ones, a Dansko album for wheat pennies, right? Then you get into some bigger coins, high-end Morgans. And then for the end, geez, if we had was it around $25 per card? If we had 100 people involved, yeah, we could give away a 1909 SVDB.
Oh,
Bigfoot asked, do you need a gaming permit for that?
Probably. That's the trick, is getting around Florida law, YouTube policy, the tax man. It would probably be easier to rent a boat and go out to sea and broadcast from there.
Can we invite some people and push them overboard and say we don't know what the hell happened to them?
We don't know nothing.
Well,
You can't prove
what
it.
if they bought the cards on one person's channel, played the game on another person's channel, and picked up their prize from another person's channel?
Conspiracy.
Yeah, we'll go out in the middle of the water and we'll play the classic game of how long can you hold your breath.
Bloop, 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 bloop.
I mean, how is it?
Is it gambling?
How is it different than buying rolls of coins? I just don't understand how that's different.
You're
Yeah,
buying,
my broke blues.
you're buying the roll.
Well, they're buying the card.
Yep.
Blues, did you like that one?
Yeah.
The
And as
card,
long as you throw in a few free giveaways there, how is it different?
the card is a collectible.
Collectible card.
The card is a good. They're buying a good, goods and services. They're buying it. It belongs to them.
The consenting adults doing something above board with full knowledge of what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
How is it?
How it should end.
How is it illegal? Because we're cutting in on the government's monopoly on a lottery.
Because it's not gambling. Because you can go to the VFW in any city and play bingo. You can go to. They have bingo halls. They have bingo's not considered gambling.
Go ahead.
Huh?
They got licenses to do it. That's the thing. And realistically, if you're going to auction coins, you need to have an auctioneer's license with your state. No fooling.
Well, that also brings up a good point.
So,
Drug deals are less complicated. They don't have to adhere to any rules.
No.
There's some of that going on in YouTube too.
To market. That's it.
okay.
Money.
Blues isn't good.
Come to me.
Late night stream. Blues ain't gonna be able to post this one either.
Yeah.
The game of chance.
Now I got.
Why?
How can you panhandle on YouTube? If they're doing it on a street corner, can you just start a YouTube stream with a sign that says, I work for coins or something and panhandle?
I'll come over there and clean your screen.
Oh, the wheels are turning.
Have you found any T-pins yet? Says Coin
But I
Collector.
mean, if it's bingo, that's different. We're not playing bingo. We're playing a coin game.
You know, Ken, that might be an interesting thing for like the coin seminar.
Oh yeah.
Instead of giving out a clue, each stream will have 2 numbers or a number.
Boy, that's like a level of complexity I don't want to get into.
Yeah, it would be pretty complex.
Each stream gives a different number to each viewer. No, I can't do that. No. It is hard enough just keep a list of everybody. And that's one piece of paper. The hardest part is finding the darn piece of paper when the time matters.
Yeah.
But the people are willing to gamble.
It's not like you're not selling the numbers. People are paying for a product.
Yep, and using that product to have a chance to win.
And a giveaway.
Yeah, but in order to win that giveaway, you got to pay money. Well, that's against YouTube policy.
Not if you have free giveaways in there. People don't, people win on the coin roll things, they win free giveaways, but they still go in and are allowed to buy the product.
No, they'll definitely do not get raffle tickets.
No, I'm not saying raffle. Oh, no, not raffle tickets. That's different.
The initial big show was a raffle. And while it worked, it was also possible that people could come in and purchase, a large number of entries, effectively buying the package because they can get, a third of the entries belong to one person. And so, yeah, there was a greater chance for a select few to win because they effectively bought the prize. So they could do the same thing with this, one person just buys 99 tickets or whatever the hell, or 50 tickets. So we'd have to limit the number of tickets, and we came up with a figure of 10 would be about right.
Limit.
But you're looking at $5 anyway, just for the time to make it all happen. And I think $10 seems to be the number floating around. If you got 100 tickets out there, $10 a ticket, yeah, you could have some pretty nice prizes funded. We're just looking for a way to fund the prizes, fund the giveaways.
Why can't you make it a private stream?
I'm still on YouTube. I still have to adhere to YouTube policies. I'm still in Florida. I have to adhere to Florida law.
Move.
This nice man in the green uniform is going to come banging on the door and say, Mr. Peavy, we'd like to talk with you for a moment. Please step outside. Turn and face the automobile.
Just yell across your house. Mr. Peavy, are you here?
I'm sorry, I'm in the bathtub. You have to get back later.
Oh God, Melissa. Oh God, Melissa.
Now, when you come to the door, people want to talk to you.
He's not here right now. He went to a glad
I am opening these.
Oh boy.
You know, there's some administrator on a YouTube administrator on this stream watching secretly, going, "Oh,
We're so gonna get sued."
we're going to shut all these channels down."
They're watching the channels that have thousands of subscribers.
They ain't got time
I've
for
been up
that.
for 15 hours so far.
501c3 tax deductible donations.
501c3 are a hell and a half. So 501c3 is a nonprofit in terms of taxes, where you can take tax deductible donations. You have to be a nonprofit. So filing for that nonprofit with a 501c3 is hell and hard to do. So places like St. Jude, where you can donate money, it's a 501c3 because you can donate money and write that off your taxes.
The Clinton Foundation.
Oh, just stop. Just stop.
501c3.
Yeah, 501c3.
So how do you do it? Well, if we had the right platform. See, I'm looking for a way to boost the views so I can make an income.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work. I get paid this month, did I tell you?
Once you get there, you're going to be okay. Once you get back up there.
Yeah, 501c8 or C7.
You form a club. Ooh. The Coin Club.
Just make it a GoFundMe thing.
Well, they want 10%.
No, that's right. Yeah, they get their cut.
They get their cut.
Oh, they get
their cut. The government's going to find out how much you made, and they're going to take what's left. We're just going to help ourselves to this. I think this is ill-gotten gains, and we're just going to hold on to it forever. I've not found any. I found a bunch of stuff on the desk. There's still stuff I'm looking for. What's in there?
Oh, yeah, this is a new bag I busted out today.
I'm almost done counting flips. I'm so happy. I don't count things all day.
Afternoon.
I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna have to research it now. It's driving me crazy. There has to be a way to do it.
You can apply for.
No, there has to be a way that this can work as a game, playing a game that does not go against any policies. There has to be a way.
It totally should.
It can't. It can't be that complicated. It just can't be. YouTube has rules, but it cannot be that complicated. I mean, look at some of the stuff that's on YouTube. So there has to be a way to do it.
If you overthink it, then you make it complicated.
I mean, you know, you got to get in it to win it. A free giveaway that you can only win if you make a donation. So how is that okay? But we can't play bingo.
He's restarted his channel.
Right. And it's before he used to give out a free entry. And now there's not even any free entries.
Who are we talking about?
He calls it a free giveaway, but the only way you can get in is if you make a donation. So how we're overthinking this.
Mm-hmm.
We're overthinking this.
Who are we talking about?
It's I'll tell you later.
Okay, I was just missing a conversation.
Yeah. But I think we are overthinking this. I really do. I think we're making it way too complicated. There's got to be a simple way. So, because there's too many, I mean, there's got to be a simple way. How is it okay that you can, you know, I don't know.
There are shows that are operating, but they're in violation of policy. They just haven't been caught yet. Or actually, they've been caught before, and they're just doing it again. But
there's one person that does it and removes his stream after every stream. And it's a big channel. And you can only be entered by donating. It's not the in it to win it, it's the other one.
Yeah, see, if they're removing their stream, they know they're doing it wrong.
Right.
I'm going to leave the darn thing up so people can watch. Not that they're going to watch, you know, a game show from 1972.
Well, there's no point in leaving it up. It's still going to bring viewers into your channel. It's still going to bring interest. The game gets played and the stream gets deleted. People aren't going to care about re-watching that. Except for maybe the people that win and want to watch themselves win again. You know, that it's not that type of a stream. But it's still going to bring interest into your chat. Hey, have you played C-Pins over on PV's channel before? It's a lot of fun. Come over and play.
Do it through Second Life.
Let me look at this.
Yeah, Paul,
and while you're at it, subscribe and watch his other videos and watch the big show. And
yeah, I must really be out of the circle. Must be a channel I don't watch anymore. Guessing.
I'll message you right now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a channel that I'm familiar with either, so I'll
Oh, it is.
I know.
It's a big channel. Not the earlier one I was talking about, but
Interesting. I'll probably click as soon as
There's a freaking button for that.
Oh yes. Yes. That's
I'll
not the one I was. That's not the one I was.
You already know, right?
About.
You know what I'm talking about, Frank?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I wasn't thinking about that one, Paul. That's a good observation. I haven't watched his in a while.
You know who I'm talking about, Ken, right?
I don't know.
All right. Well,
There's a button where I can have a video archive.
yeah, I messaged it to you. And Melissa says, "Duh, I even know who it is." I messaged you, Blue and Ken.
No, that's not the one I was thinking.
See, me either. I had someone. Melissa just messaged me, and
every week. Go see if you see any of those streams on his channel. They're all deleted immediately after they're done, and you have to buy an entry.
Melissa, you didn't guess what Paula was thinking.
Wow, the big show's going to get freaking big again.
Yeah, everyone in chat's going, "We hate you. You're not sharing."
Sorry. If you don't know, then all the better. Because
yeah,
it's a rip-off.
thinking about.
We're not trying to keep anything from you. We're just protecting our channels and
Yeah. And I don't want to slander anybody, so.
Yeah, we can't slander anybody. I'm not pleased with most of the big channels anymore.
No, the other, I like the other
big
one.
channels I used to watch, I don't watch anymore.
So, he gives people good stuff in those packs. So I don't have a problem with that. And if he makes some money, all the more power to him. I don't have a problem with that either. The other guy, yeah, I got a problem with that.
I haven't watched that channel since he started doing live streams.
Yeah.
Because that's when it went downhill.
Yeah.
He joined the bandwagon and ruined his channel in my mind.
Well, I quit watching him when he started charging for his variety and error lists.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh boy, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that was a bit ago.
Yeah.
His lists weren't that good either. It was just a list of it's possible
Things
here.
that you can look up on your own.
But it wasn't a good reference though.
No. So now you understand what I'm talking about, Ken?
You can have another show.
I thought you knew.
The big ass show.
I thought you knew when I was saying you can delete this you can delete it afterwards. I thought you knew what I was talking about.
Well, I'm looking over here in the settings on YouTube, live stream, advanced stuff. Yeah, there's a button you can just click and it will not keep the video once it ends.
Yeah, you can archive it. You can get rid of it.
Yeah, right here. Here's the click. Automatically make archive unlisted once the stream has ended.
Yep, I do that with all my streams.
Get in, get out.
And then I go back through and...
Wow.
Yes, Mike.
Wow.
Yes, Val, you'll see most of us. All we just talk about coin.
There's a big difference, Ken, because this is something that is everybody can do. Everybody can, $5, everybody can do it. They have a chance, to get free cards, and the giveaways would well be worth it. And it would be fun. You wouldn't literally be just sitting there watching somebody open coins and hoping that your name gets picked at the end. You know what I mean?
It's interactive.
It's very interactive, and they'll learn dates of coins. I'm sure you'll be, teaching while you're doing it. You always do. You can't help yourself.
I can't help myself. It's a sickness.
Yeah, well, these late nights we get a lot of different topics, but most of our regularly scheduled content is we're pretty in depth about coins. We don't do too much, at least, with contest wins / coins, except for the big show. But the big show is structured very, very fairly, and it pretty much helps anybody that gets involved for the most part.
Violet, most of the time we do talk about coins.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that we are all about coins. So like I said, watch these channels, these late night chit chats. We just kind of shoot the breeze and relax and everything, but we are coin channels. So make no mistake, watch the channels and you'll see.
Randy brings up a great money-making opportunity. Maybe you guys could do a naked calendar.
Well, I will opt out of that.
Let's not. Let's not. That's going to bring back some bad
I will neither
memory.
be
Let's
participating nor will I be purchasing that calendar.
I wholeheartedly hope you're joking, sir.
I'll have it on the market in
If
2
I want to
days.
see naked coin guy, I'll just watch Frank.
Yeah, in school with the house of guys I was in, we about made like a calendar. That was pretty comical.
Scarrillo.
I love my calendar can.
Birds.
Can you see kids holding an umbrella for April showers?
I have a guitar in one shot.
Oh, good Lord. With
Wow.
your boob sweat.
Let's see.
Snow.
Ken and his boob sweat.
Boob sweat.
Yeah, Ken in the shed.
Who's hosting the Q&A tomorrow?
Yeah.
Who's hosting the Q&A?
Schumer.
It'll be on my channel tomorrow.
All right.
And then who's after Schumer? Because I know Blues is coming up too. I think Mantic.
Tuesday?
After me is Blues typically.
I think we skipped over Mantic.
Well, he and I
Mantic just
switched,
went.
It was not right.
Huh?
He and I switched because my back was gone.
Oh, okay. Then that's what it was. That's where it got. Okay.
Because
So
Mantic
Blues
just
will
did
be
a few
next
weeks.
week then.
You know, but it's fluid. Maybe somebody's bowling that night. You know, we can move it around.
It's good. Yeah, pretty much the next three people that haven't done it in a while would be Blues, and then if Chuck and Chris want to.
Chris can't. He doesn't have the setup. And Chuck has to figure out Hangouts before he can do it. We gotta just we need to go slow with Chuck. We need to let him warm up and go slow. Do it in his own time. But what's up with CJ?
Oh yeah, TJ hasn't been on the panel recently.
I know, but I don't know if Frank is ever going to want to do it or not.
I don't have a problem with it.
Because Frank's been on the panel.
Yeah, all of us.
Too.
I've been making a recommendation that all of us need to get into a group chat one of these days, just us, and hash some of this stuff out. That's what needs to happen.
Okay.
Good. Hello, Ken?
I can do that.
That's what needs to happen.
Talk.
There's a lot of stuff there's a lot of concerns that a couple of us are seeing. I know at least I am. There is.
I always have
The
concerns.
Coin Q&A as a formal product, as a formal show, has absolutely fantastic potential to take the hobby by storm. It can seize its time slot and get literally hundreds and thousands of views. It's well worth the trouble and effort we're all putting into it. And it's
I agree.
that these people are putting in. That's why we want to jump from one channel to the next, because I got no way to pay them, right? It's a good way to get a reward for their contribution for all the time and effort they're putting in. You know, next week it's at Jeff's channel, and people subscribe to Jeff's channel as a result. Well, let's keep it up. Schumacher has spoken. That's right.
Yeah.
But it can keep on growing. We're getting views on that each week.
I think that my biggest thing is I don't want anything changed right now. I want to watch it grow before things start being tweaked and changed. I mean, there's certain things that, like Jeffrey said, concerns and stuff like that, but that's different. You know, but I think it's working.
Oh, Mike, they're not going
In a big
anywhere.
way.
There's just a couple hiccups that we've come across, and
Yeah.
I don't think have been fixed. But that's just mostly administrative type stuff.
But I mean, my way, you know, I just have, Blues understands this. I have a military way of thinking.
Oh, shoot them.
No.
No problem. We will shoot them.
You know, keep it simple, you know. I mean, I you know, if it's not broken, don't fix it. you know,
Yeah.
if it's working, let it work, you know, and, until it doesn't work anymore. And then you know.
You know, I had to put out that question for tomorrow, that discussion question. Man, is it going to raise some... It's going to be a nice conversation.
Hey, Ken.
Yeah.
Yep.
Go ahead and pencil me in for the week after Jeffrey.
Okay, I need a place to pencil it in. Here's a piece of paper. Jeff, Blues.
What are you doing, Blues?
I'm handing him a pencil or a pen.
Okay. Can you trust what the slab or holder says? Do you have a coin you purchased that may not be what it was sold as? And a big question, do you think there's an ethics problem with Facebook groups and other online platforms in terms of sales and information? Whoa, that's a can of worms. Are we going to shit on eBay for 4 hours?
No, I'm not. That's not the direction I wanted to focus on with that question. Not at all.
Speaking of that, Jeffrey, you know that guy on that group that was trying to sell that double die that wasn't a double die, and I corrected him? He relisted it. And said I didn't know what I was, and said then came back and said I didn't know what I was talking about.
So my idea, I'm the one that always kind of likes to stir up some controversy and get some different perspectives and thinking out there. I've done it. That's been my theory on this Q&A for the longest time. Most of the times I always, even if I wasn't exactly lined up with the answer I was given some of the times in those discussions, I did that just to shake up the conversation, and it made better conversations most of the time. So I'll continue to do that.
Absolutely. Don't stop. There are lots of issues, lots of them on Facebook, on YouTube, on eBay.
And no one talks about it. That's what frustrates me. No one talks about it the way it needs to be done. Because there is no good way to get rid of them. So what you have to do is you have to build up.
If you try to debunk them, they kick you out of their group.
Well, if you kick them out of your group, they just go start their own.
And
that's the issue. That's the ethics issue that there is.
But they're convinced this coin is a double die. It's an error. Look at this. Only $300. It's unique.
Oh my God.
We'll give you 10% off.
And you know one guy, JT, you know who I'm talking about, Ken, has started his own page now.
Oh yeah. And
go look.
It's as wrong as it ever was.
Then
progress.
Yeah, then the other direction I want to take it in is the ethics of treating people poorly that send in things to a reference site that I'm not okay with.
What do you mean? Explain.
There's a site there's a site that is a reference for some of us.
Yeah.
Just take the best pictures you can, man. Just do the best you can.
I want nothing to do with that site now, and the reason for that is if you treat the people that are trying to build your site for you like crap, no thank you. I will not stand for that. Not one bit. Some of the stuff that I have seen is disgusting.
Well, twice I took, they probably weren't the greatest pictures in the world. I thought they were pretty good. Ken ended up having to submit he submitted the exact photos I submitted, but I guess he maybe tweaked them a little bit or something and finally got it listed.
No.
I don't care. I don't care if they
didn't do anything to him.
I might have cropped them.
I don't care if they would have sent in the worst pictures in the world. That is no excuse for some of the treatment I've seen.
But that's what I'm saying, Jeffrey, is I probably 3 or 4 times I tried to send him these pictures. Oh, they're not good enough.
Disgusting.
Oh, they're good. And so I said, Ken, I can't get them. I can't get them to go through. They're not good enough. Will you see what you can do? And I guess Ken did nothing except send them to him. And he was like, oh, okay.
No problem.
It wasn't my pictures. It was me.
Drop the A.
Yeah.
I like this. I like this. I like to tend to be modest in some of this type of content. I say, but I will not stand for that type of abuse, unethical type of thing. No. Not gonna. Not. No.
Yeah, that was not, and I had just,
When
I had probably been, what, maybe 6 months, Ken? I mean, maybe not even that long into, like, I was brand new. And something like that, fortunately, I'm not the kind of person that gets easily discouraged like that, but something like that could like turn somebody completely off at the hobby.
All right.
And I hope I really hope Chris Rhodes shows up tomorrow because
Oh,
he was the
he's-
one that called out a lot of this BS that was going on.
I got a cat there. I don't know if it's a cat or what.
I will not.
Here, kitty.
Different cat? Oh,
Kitty.
what?
Wait a minute. I don't have a cat.
No, I know.
Yeah,
So
these
this is a
have these websites. They got to understand that we as collectors, we don't have a $5,000 camera setup,
No, mine are all here.
portrait quality photos.
Cat outside just howling like crazy.
Blues. Look at us on the panel every week. If a photo comes up that we can't discern, what do we say? We say we can't distinguish anything from this. Can you send us in better photos? That's how you approach that. You don't be the rude and really, really disgusting type of emails I have seen. No.
Your pictures suck, and you suck. The suckiest suck that ever sucked a suck. Don't bother me again.
Yeah, Christopher's been really unhappy with that for a long time now.
I have too, but
Yeah.
nobody ever listened to me until
Well,
nowadays.
I tried one more submission. I think it was a 72 with the spike head, and I tried that one, sent it a couple times, and he rejected it. And I have not sent anything else to him since. I was like, forget it.
Boycott.
Yeah.
That works.
I don't think he cares. I really do. I think he's just something is going. He's found other direction in his life.
Older. There's only so much he can do with his time, and his time is limited, as it is with all of us. Maybe
And the site's still getting lots of traffic, so he doesn't care. A new site needs to take its place. That's the only option.
Look at the spike heads for 09Ps. I had
have one.
And then shortly after that, oh wow, this was listed before mine? Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Just little games.
Well, the only other option is for a new one to take its place. So.
Well, the idea is we get it going to a point that it's useful, and then monetize the thing so we can fund its completion.
Yeah.
Because it is a lot of time to put together a die variety database. Holy cow! Cross-linking is sometimes impossible between the several other coin attributors. This guy has die markers, in front of the nose, and that guy has die markers behind the head. And geez, it looks awfully close at the mint mark, but you can't quite, make it line up. It's a bear.
You okay, Paula?
I got a headache. I'm gonna have to get off. I just all of a sudden got a really bad headache. I think it's my eyes. My eyes are
Okay, well,
shot for the day.
Too, because
Huh?
it must be contagious over the internet because I got one too.
That's my eyes, I think. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna go, you guys. Bye, everybody in chat. Violet, nice to see you around. Okay, you guys, have a good night.
Good night.
Bye. Out with us. Okay, she's the first one to go. She's first on the list.
It's only 2:18 in the morning. We got all night. Okay. I didn't hear
Yeah, I
you.
got all rent and they take my blood pressure medicine.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot.
I gotta go do my yoga. Adriana's
Wait,
welcome back. Good night, dear.
High blood pressure medicine now.
Night, Adriana.
It's always interesting. I mean, we could sit here and any one of us could point out a handful of channels, sites. Well, they could do it better, or they're not doing it right. And I'm kind of stuck on that whole subject because I look at it, well, it's not my site, it's not my channel. How can I sit there and talk about them even though you don't say their name? So you don't call them out.
Well,
Well,
see, that's the
those
issue of being in this position within the hobby right now. Is we have a lot of weight and pull and a lot of, we build up our credibility to where people come to us and ask us for opinions on what's a good source to use. Guess what? That source that I'm going to recommend is not a certain one anymore. Just because I don't agree with treating people wrongly in the way that I've seen.
Well, I don't have
So,
a source of that. That's all you say.
We just stopped promoting them.
We're at
yes.
a point in history where the hobbyists, that would be us, are able to make a change, a significant change in the way all this works, because we have these things at our fingertips, these cameras. Right, we can take pictures in good quality, decent quality, good enough quality, and always improving quality, and show these off around the world, talk about them, put out good information, and add references so they can, explore further information. And we have in our fingertips the ability to change the future of the hobby.
Oh, I'm listening caps again. I gotta watch out.
There's power there, and if it's not properly used, can be bastardized.
Yeah.
Yes,
I do. I mean, most people don't realize the behind-the-scenes work that a lot of us do. You guys see us once a week or a couple times a week on these shows. It's a lot of stuff that happens behind the scenes. Because at this point, at least in my system, we're at a big point of switching from, in the words of a famous gentleman, the industry's starting to switch from analog to digital.
Analog to digital. What'd you call me, Peavy? I didn't call you Peavy. I'll call you Hoover. Yeah, you are seeing a tremendous change. The old ways of doing things are going to have to adapt, and if they don't adapt, they're going to fall by the way.
Yeah.
And new companies, new individuals, new things, new way of doing things will take the lead as people make the switch from reading a magazine, to watching a video channel. Because, dude, we're live 24/7 over here. These come out once every couple of weeks. Oh, I didn't think I read that one.
Oh, there's a pretty picture on the front.
Oh, it's a silver penny. It's a penny with a silver cent.
Yeah, silver center. Yeah.
For 336,000. Yeah. Yeah, I talk about $336,000 coins all the time because so many people find them affordable, and you can hunt for that in your pocket change. By the way, you can find that. You probably dig them up by the handful.
Hey, Ken, you want to take a guess on what the gentleman was talking about switching from analog to digital?
Bowers.
No.
No.
What gentleman is took it by storm and shaken up the corn industry?
Stanton. He's gone.
Mr. Tim Rathjen.
Tim.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Had a nice
He's
conversation.
making great strides.
I had a great conversation with him about switching from digital to, analog to digital. He was the one that kind of said that saying, and that's the truth of what's happening right now.
We're seeing it. The computers have been around for 30, 40, 50 years, getting better and better, more powerful every few years. And it's at the point where the technology is in our hands, in volume. People have phones that can take a good quality photograph, and you can use the software to identify that coin correctly. Wow.
And the
down the road in 5 more years.
And the worst thing that I saw out at Tim's place is I don't think Tim has the people surrounding him that see the vision in the same way he does. And that's so unfortunate.
Well, I'm not moving in Washington. It snows up there.
I understand. That was just the big observation that I got, at least.
I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, it's the pioneers who take the arrows, and he's definitely leading the way with the Looksy app. Wow, where's that going to be in a couple more iterations, a couple more versions? It's going to be a powerful thing.
He has some cool things on the horizon for that.
Yep.
He has some really, really cool.
When you put that app in the hands of a couple of million people, and that's all you need. And every coin in everybody's sock drawer or jewelry box is going to be looked at, and people are going to find things that have not been in the market for 20, 30 years. They've just been lost for time because Grandpa had it and didn't know, but he kept it at least, or Grandmother got it. She kept it in her, under a necklace. And that stuff is tough to find. Right, comes up once every 20 years, 30, 40 years. These rare coins, these delicate pieces that are the core of the hobby. And there's history that's going to come out because of his app. It's a tool, and you put that tool in the right hands, and magic happens. That's what we're doing. We're making magic with cameras and video, and reaching across the miles at all times, day and night.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm. If you follow the trend, 2 years ago, the only thing on YouTube was, well, there were a couple of channels that talked about coins, Blue Ridge, Coin Op, but mostly it was coin roll hunting shows. Okay, we're going to open up some rolls. It's $5 a roll, and we find silver, you keep it. And that got changed, right, by other people coming in saying, I can do better. Right, so now you have, if you don't find anything, because geez, I saw the show one time, the guy sends in $100. They didn't find nothing. They said, sorry, and moved on. So he took his money and gave him absolutely nothing for it. Now, dude, you're going to get something picked out for you, and you get a chance to win stuff. And those are steadily improving, but the old shows have gone by the wayside in 2 years. Now we've got classes, lectures, lots of good talk. These hangouts are a tremendous boon because we're able to explore a subject and hash it out. And we're getting into subjects that aren't being hashed out, that terrifically need it. Where's it going to be in another 2 years? I can see a full-blown studio coming into existence. This venue, this YouTube thing, has power, and it can change the hobby in ways magazines did 50 years ago. Print is dead. Plus,
through tape, magnet, or cassette tapes to CDs.
We got great sound effects.
Yeah.
You can't do that on a magazine.
Coming soon, scratching stuff.
I mean, we're getting into coin comedy. Mike says, I've only been watching those roll hunting shows here for a few weeks. Still never seen anyone get a horse in silverback. And they keep throwing it. They keep throwing massive amounts. to some of these shows. And there's a couple of good ones that will do extra stuff, you know, besides just the silver that they found. They'll pick out stuff. Right? They pick up more things, varieties, errors, magic coins. They have giveaways. They have, you know, at certain breakpoints, you get more stuff, whether or not you found anything.
The only roll search shows that I still watch anymore are Mannix and Clash.
That's the two I'm pretty much referring.
Those are the two I watch.
Yeah.
They have altered the coin roll hunting shows.
Because, you know, Manic, he looks for varieties and errors, and Clash is an amazing guy, content all over the place. So it's not like he's just searching rolls. He has some amazing content, and he treats his people that he looks through rolls for, and he treats them well. Same thing with Manic. They're doing it right too.
Yeah. I'll agree with Clutch and Mantic. They're pretty much setting the Mantic pretty much set the standard of what's going to be expected.
Oh, absolutely. That's the new standard. And if you can't keep up with that, you will fall by the way. Mike Kettle says that no doubt turns away potential collectors. Yeah. Are you doing a service to the community, or are you bleeding it dry for every penny you can get? Give away a whole lot more? Yeah, that's going to add to the hobby. Good entertainment value. Absolutely. That's a key difference.
Yeah, my entertainment values are just go in here and ramble about random stuff.
Yeah, I've seen different things go on in some of these coin roll hunting shows. I've seen them, you know, open the coins and look at them down here, but the camera doesn't point down here. Are they finding stuff and not giving it to you? Flash was a good one when he set up his show with all the cameras, and everything that's going on has a camera on it. Nothing goes off camera. Nothing. Yeah. I've seen shows where the host finds silver and then goes to a different box. Midstream. Huh? Is this a scandal? Is this ethical?
I've even seen before where they'll find an ender when they open the box, and that ender just gets set aside. That roll with the ender just gets set to the side.
Yeah, that's scandalous.
It's unethical. This is going back to that ethics question.
You're taking their good money, but you're not delivering. That's what's happening right there. And those shows will fall by the way. You'll see shows that, the coins move off screen for just a moment, and what do you know? There's something silver right on top. There was no ender before, but now the first one, look, we got a silver here. Who else want to buy some rolls?
A prime example is of going right is Manic with all these, what they find 100. They find 100 W quarters in a search.
It's $2,000 worth of quarters.
Yeah.
Do you see them keep all of those? No.
They opened the box. They knew it was all 2019 quarters. They could have set it aside and made a fortune.
And they good money.
No. They sold the rolls to the community so they have a chance of getting them. They did it right.
I give a lot of applause because I don't know if I'd be able to do something like that.
Yeah, you know what? I was thinking about that too. It's like, man, look at all that PayPal money. But if they just did it for the money, I think they enjoy it too much.
They're building a channel.
Yep.
Right? Making $2,000 is minor when you have an opportunity to build the channel. Gosh, the opportunity YouTube offers outweighs, you know, a little bit of gain from a box. If you're willing to pursue that. What can be done with this venue? Dude, we are just scratching the surface. Where can it go? I mean, we're talking about doing game shows and stuff. You know, I'd like to make a living, and this could do it, and get coins out. If I had monetization from YouTube in the amounts of some of these other channels I've seen, Yeah, I could just stay home and give away coins. Wouldn't that be fun? Wouldn't that be awesome if you just get on, you know, a couple times a day? Hey, we're going to give away this, whatever the hell it is, this 1880 Morgan dollar, PCGS 65, you know, for whoever types my name first, or whoever can tell me what shirt I had on in the last show. And the views would be sufficient to pay for that sort of thing. That would be awesome. But it takes a long time to build such a show.
Yeah.
I mean, I make about $1 on a show, on average. Sometimes I make $2. Sometimes I make 29 cents. But we're getting there, by God. We're getting there.
And I mean, you got to look. I mean, what do I got? 400 subs?
408, but it says.
Yeah. You know what? If I reach 1,000 and I put up content that's going to keep people coming back, that's just a bonus.
It's an opportunity to create a residual income, talking about something you like to do. I know a fellow who does gardening, right? Well, I don't really know him. I've talked to him on email a couple of times. And he's got, I don't know, 250,000 subscribers. No fooling. He makes a video about his garden. He's got a 20-minute show talking about a tomato, and he gets 50,000 views. No fooling. What are you talking? $2,000 to make a video? He does a couple, 3 videos a week.
Yeah.
That's the potential of this.
Hey, I need to start actually putting videos on my channel.
I'm gonna grow tomatoes.
Yeah, I agree with Jeffrey. I mean, it's hard for me to do shows because I'm still setting up the farm. Maybe in a couple of years, I'll have more time to dedicate to something.
Jesus, start another video channel about the farm. Set up the camera and yell at it from across the field.
He has another channel for the farm.
I got rid of it.
You got rid of it?
Yep.
Come on, Buzz.
Yeah. I know.
We have the opportunity to create a long-term residual income from doing something we like to do. That's pretty nice. But anybody can do it. So now you're going to have people that are going to be trying to develop it in a scammy kind of way. So now we got to sort the channels out. Good quality content channels, and then the ones that don't quite make the cut.
Yeah, I got a cool video in the works right now. We're on Bill J's, and someone brought up about World War II Nazi coinage. So that's the next video in the works about how the German coinage changed from pre-World War I up through post-World War II. Because that coinage can get a little bit of a bad stigma in essence.
That period in history, I don't need to make a profit on that particular segment of history, so I don't deal with those coins.
Well, people just want the information.
Hey,
It got brought up and people want the information, so I'll make that video. Because coinage in Europe during that time is very, very interesting. Because a lot of coinage was destroyed.
yep.
So there's a lot of coinage that's very, very scarce. You have coins that are made for the different ghettos. Those are very, very scarce. Even a good bit of that World War II German stuff's scarce. So a lot of it was destroyed after the war.
We need the metals.
See, there wasn't too many metals made during the war, at least. Most of the German metals you see are going to be up to about 33, 34 range.
Excuse me for a minute. I'm going to get some more coffee.
I don't start to nut off here.
I don't know. My theory on it is it's a part of history. Coinage has always been a tool to express power over a certain region or people. Even U.S. coinage. If you look at that, France didn't want to get involved in the Revolutionary War because we didn't have a currency. So currency has always had that type of power and significance in human history.
If you're taking a chance, you can't let your currency fall into the enemy hands, because then you're effectively supporting their war effort. You have the Hawaiian notes, the North African notes, all kinds of coins in the Philippines. Were thrown into the bay. Jesus, all kinds of stuff thrown into Manila Bay to keep them out of the hands of the Japanese. Then you have the occupancy notes. Same idea. All right, we need something. It's effectively chips, if you will. It's just fiat money thrown in to keep the economy going during occupancy. So many changes during wartime. Metals, precious metals are transferable quickly and easily a lot of times. I mean, you got a half a pound of gold, you got, a means of carrying your wealth wherever you're going. Gems, jewelry, you can carry your wealth out of a bad area and into a safer area.
Yeah, so
hide it easily. Sew it into the lining of your coat or something. If you get a penny worth $150, an old copper penny worth $150, it's worth its weight in gold. No fooling.
Well, see, the other issue is with most of that German coinages, a lot of the lower denominations were made out of zinc, pretty much pure zinc. So what happened to those?
They're gone.
They deteriorated.
Yeah. How many left right now?
Quickly.
That's our future in 60 years, 70 years. That's the future of our coinage now.
So I find it interesting, just from, as a numismatist at least, the study of the coinage, and because coinage has always been expressing political and social type of environment during the times. It's just cool to look at and explore.
About Pocket Change Exchange is talking about your idea about the Nazi information. He says that's a cool idea, but it's so niche. People want info in what the wheat cents are worth. Fair enough.
That's not a good question to answer, though.
Okay, guys. Have a good night.
That's it, Frank.
You stay groovy.
All right, everybody. Take care. Everybody in the chat, have a great night. Catch you soon.
All right, Dragon. Thanks.
I think I'll follow him out in just a bit here.
Yeah, it's 1:40, so
It's 2:41 here.
yeah, let's run another 15 minutes and call it.
That's fine.
I'm going to call it right now, babies. I've had enough. I'm going to get some dinner, because I haven't eaten. I had a sandwich about 8 hours ago. I get into the coins and I forget to eat. All right.
Yeah, I don't eat too often.
You guys stay groovy.
Yep.
Now, I just came back from getting a cup of coffee, and I looked down underneath my chair. 1955 wheat.
Crack skull.
I'm like, I can't look underneath my desk and find $100 bill.
It's a 55. So it's a crack skull blues.
Oh.
Yeah, so Michael Kittle brings it about German knockout from the 20s. Yes. Coinage in Germany had a drastic change from pre-World War I until the economic collapse in between World War I and World War II, and then the coinage post-World War II. The change of the coinage is very interesting, at least. Yep. Here you go, Blues.
That's a nice one.
Scroll down, move it down a touch. Yep, go down to Liberty.
Oh, the other side.
Okay, nothing on the Liberty. Go over to the date now. And just go to the reverse. I want to see wheat ears. Yep, there's the one right there on the left.
Yeah, and I think I showed this one before.
That must not have been here. Then you will look at the T as well. Yeah, right there. No, nothing too much. And also your C as well and cent. It's another pickup point sometimes. Then yeah, just your marker on your left.
My what?
Your chip and your weeder on your left.
I'm not seeing no cracks or nothing.
Oh, that chip's all you're gonna get on that one. Any die markers for the 82 small date copper? I'd have to look.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any die markers on that 82 small date copper.
What's that circle?
What circle?
I'm trying to point to it right there. Whoop. I'm doing it. There we go.
Looks like a small crack, but nothing of significance at least.
Yeah. What's on the other side of that? Nothing. Got that auction coming up.
Do you?
Yeah, that is. When was that? Nope, not that. I think this one right here. Yeah, Saturday the 1st. Or yeah, June 1st.
Yep, sorry.
The guns and coins are going to start basically noon, 1 o'clock until complete.
Get there early and try to look at some of the stuff then.
Yeah,
Don't go in blind. Those coin estate auctions aren't good to go in blind.
yeah, because I got a piece of paper somewhere around here with what I'm going to try to go after. Oh yeah, here it is. Yeah, I want to look at the Buffalo nickels that they got. The Indian heads.
If you want price on stuff while you're there, shoot me a message on Facebook.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier, and I got some notes written down, but I'll get with you before that.
Yeah, I can share some prices.
Yeah.
I also have to kill you if you share them.
You don't have to worry about that.
It was a joke anyway.
I'm a long ways away. You're only like a couple hour drive from me, so or a couple day drive. If you
You're out in Oklahoma. I can get
Yeah.
there in a day.
I used to be able to drive 10, 12, 14 hours a day, but not anymore.
And I get bored after a while.
Well, when I was in the military, I was in transportation, so we were conditioned to drive.
Yeah, see, for me, it sucks. Your 2 to 4 hour drives for me suck, but anywhere from 4 to about 11 hours, that's fine. Anything over that, it's just I need to get the hell out for a little while.
Yeah, I'd love to be in a position where I could just travel across the states. I'll just head north towards the East Coast and stop by and like in your hometown and meet you someplace for lunch and just shoot
You're
and
always
just shoot
welcome.
that afternoon and then go down the road to another place.
In Pennsylvania here, you can hit me. Chris Rhodes is here. You can head up to New York and hit Frank. There's a few of us out of here.
Yeah. And then what? Ken's in Florida.
Ken's in Florida, yeah.
And then Cajun, he's in Louisiana, I think.
Yeah, I know where Cajun. I don't think I've ever had that conversation with him. I haven't met Cajun until I started hanging out here in the evenings.
I like Cajun. He's pretty down to earth.
He's down to earth, yeah. I can be most times, except when I get fired up or on a rant.
Yeah, and see, I was always brought up, I don't talk ill about people. If I don't have nothing nice to say, I just won't say nothing.
I'm typically that way, but if I see something that's not right, I speak about it.
Yeah.
Talking crap's different than calling out BS.
Yeah. See, we still got some people here in chat. What are they talking about?
Most of something poop or poop pictures. I don't know. She got the capital, so I don't know if that was directed towards me or not.
I put that on the YouTube coin community. I was going to stream tonight, and then a couple areas of topic and an email. Somebody wanted to show pictures of their desk and how they got their things set up. I got no emails. Melissa sent me a couple pics on Instant Messenger. But that's
the biggest organizational investment that I made are these little puppies here, Blues. I don't know if you're paying attention. And I showed these off in Ken's the other night, but these are metal catalog racks is what they are. I don't know if you're paying attention, Blues.
Metal?
They're catalog racks. You can get them from pretty much any cleaning company. Just give me a second. Got this from an old coin dealer, at least. Yeah, at least. I found them really cheap, so I bought a ton of them. They're catalog racks is what they are. And each, this style here has 6, in essence, 1-inch binder size.
Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
They're nice. They're used. I take them to shows. They're hard to steal out of. Yeah. And I have one for pretty much every denomination. So one for the table back there has all those on there with inventory organized out. So if I'm looking for, say, if I need to pull some BU each for someone looking to build a collection, I'll just go in, flip, pull out what I need, take the photos, get them sold, get them packaged, get them the hell out of here.
And eventually, I mean, I got a lot of stuff in the tubes,
I hate tubes.
but eventually I'd like to be able to get something like that put together with the pages. That stuff
Yes.
that's already protected in some type of 2x2 of your choice. Easy to get. That is a whole different conversation on 2x2s. So that's why I said the 2x2 of your choice. It's
Melissa, I've been reading the whole time. Don't worry. I've been reading. Don't worry.
Oh, talk to her. Wow, Melissa. Say coins in a sexy voice. Coins.
Oh, are we going to have like a hotline call into Jeff and get some dirty coin talk? Is that what we're going to have now?
Yeah. My coin is so dirty. That's, oh, goodness.
Yeah, I got this road rash sent in today.
Yeah. This one from Walmart will turn your head.
Yeah, I think the only BU rolls I have left that I don't do too much BU rolls anymore. It's 2 rolls of 60D small dates. So I don't do too much in BU rolls. I hate having them around. They're hard to sell for me, at least.
Yeah, see, I got some over here. I got to look to see if they're small dates or large dates.
I want them gone. I might just put them in a giveaway sometime.
I should have probably done a giveaway tonight. Kind of probably late now. I don't know how many people are here. Yeah. Yeah, as soon as you took it out and held it up, I knew what you were talking about. And I'm like,
they're nice. I like them. Old time coin dealer showed me that, and I found them cheap. I have like 10 of them.
yeah. I did get an email designated for my channel.
What'd you say?
I said I did get an email designated for my channel.
Yeah, you set it up when I was hanging out here the one night.
Yeah. And that just keeps traffic off my main email and coming.
What are you guys hunting at the moment?
Ah.
I have to pull the sheep.
Yeah. I'm not hunting for anything now, but I am getting ready for a coin auction this weekend. It's actually a farm auction, but the guy has a coin collection that's going up. So,
What, this week? I have the right machine open. Other machine has my buy list for the week. Stuff I'm hunting down. My face. What? Melissa, what the hell are you talking about? You have me so confused right now. Caps, lower cases. Colon. Simmer down.
Nice.
That's not gonna.
Whoops. Yeah, see who else, how many? Oh, okay. I still got 8 people watching. 9 people. Trey
Oh,
just
God. Oh, I know Trey was here. I gotta tighten up my conversation now.
yeah, these late night shows, man, they could go off topic real easy.
They do.
You almost have to have an age verification before they enter.
You can do that.
I'm not that computer smart. I'm getting better though. I'm getting better with it.
Yeah, see, I wasn't allowed to watch Family Guy when I was young. It's garbage. I don't watch TV.
I got television in here and it's on all the time, but a lot of it's on just for background noise. It's just if it's just too quiet, then it's just not right. So I'll be doing rolls and going through and I'll have it on just for background noise. But I know after that auction, that's Saturday, I know I'm going to have probably a good half a dozen live streams of going through stuff. And the finds.
Yeah. I need to get me some Play-Doh.
Some play.
Yeah, I need to get some Play-Doh.
You know, you mentioned that, and every time I go to Walmart, it don't matter where at Walmart, I'm a die-cast collector. I collect a lot of Hot Wheels too. So I always go check out the Hot Wheels section. And my local Walmart, they got one of those big dump bins. It's full of Play-Doh. And every time I walk by it, I laugh because I think of Ken.
Yeah, I need to pick up some Play-Doh because I got some dies from CJ.
Nice.
Trey asked to have a shop. Looking at it. Do mostly on online sales nowadays.
Pocket change exchange. Probably not going to be able to get it tonight, but I could forward that email to the Q&A, and then we'll be able to go through it. He said he's got a challenge coin to ID, and that's going to be tough because I got
yeah, challenge coins are a monster to ID. There's just so many different genres of challenge coins.
And so many companies, just like when I was in Korea for a year, there was a shop that's all they did was print challenge coins. So it could be hard to identify.
So Trey asked, do I mostly sell on eBay? No. I do 0 sales on eBay nowadays. None. Fees are too high.
The only thing I sell on eBay for coins is my rolls.
I build a good enough book of business. I sell decent on Facebook. I do mostly private sales.
Yeah. And see, that's one of those things. If I needed to sell coins, I would get with Ken for one of his consignments. I'd probably get with, if it's a good high dollar coin, I'd probably shoot you an email. And then,
high dollar stuff.
and then you'll be able to make a commission on it. But
Yeah, high dollar stuff doesn't sit around here too long. I have better luck selling high value stuff than low value stuff right now.
yeah,
That's odd to say. 'Cause I'm very picky on the stuff that I sell that's over $100.
yeah, yeah. You got yourself a client base built up.
Yeah. He goes, oh, but is it non-continuous income? It's continuous income.
Well, you got what, your coins and your property, right?
Hmm?
You got your coins and you got your property.
I still live with mom and dad.
Okay. So you don't have a lot of expenses for house
No.
or anything like that.
No, my expenses are pretty low.
Yeah. Well, when you
I don't go anywhere nowadays anyway, so I don't spend too much money. All the money goes back into the business.
yeah, if you live on a working farm, that's pretty much your job. So, oh,
Shop will be in place probably in the next 5 years, I'd imagine. Got to pay off my student loans first.
yeah, see, that'd be pretty nice if you get yourself a nice little like 20 by 20 still outbuilding, all insulated, just for your coins, just for what you're doing.
Yeah, so that's the biggest issue is I'm gonna run out of space. That's gonna be the biggest issue. So that's what's gonna drive. That's kind of the breaking point in terms of my business model of opening the storefront just to have the extra storage space.
Yeah, brick and mortar stores, man,
They're pricey.
they make their money buying junk silver and selling it.
That's a part of the business, but not all of the business. I wouldn't say majority of the business.
Oh, we got Johnny Cash and Oliver just joined us. Hello. How come that's a new name to me? I've seen that name in chat before. Yeah, I've been to a couple coin shops here, and there'll be people that they'll bring in a stack of silver dollars, and they look through them and they give them silver price. And then I'll go to that shop an hour later, and they got them on the display cabinet. This one's $200. This one's $150. They're just ripping people off. They're not giving them value for the coin. They're just giving them value for the silver. But the people selling them don't know any better. See, Trey says he makes $14,000 every 6 months. That's not.
Pays 15 grand every 6 months in terms of what?
Yeah.
It's a very broad statement. So Mike White asks, am I suiting for renting a retail space or opening a shop on property? I live close to Pittsburgh. It pays them rent. That's not bad then. For 6 months. What is that?
About $1,300 a month in rent.
No, that's about 25. If I can calculate right.
And then you have what? Electricity, type of security system.
Yeah, so I've been in with a lot of dealers around Pittsburgh here, and they're getting old and they're starting to retire. So plan look to just buy out the shop.
Yeah, if you find something already established, That'd be pretty good. I would love to get to the point where I could start buying in bulk and then reselling. But
That's how I started.
I know building up a client base is going to be years in the making.
Yep, it's years.
And then
Years.
And then having that disposable income when these bulk lots come up, that to be able to shell out $8, $9, $10,000 for them. Now, granted, you might make 20,000 in the end, but that disposable income, that's a lot of money tied up that could be tied up for months before you start getting a return. See,
So Treas, is being a corn dealer a difficult job? With it just being you, yes. I do it all pretty much at this point. It's a difficult job, but it's a fun job. You get to run your own show, you pick your own hours for the most part.
Yeah.
If you're working for yourself.
I know if I'm ever on the East Coast down in the PA area, I know I'm going to be getting a hold of you. Like I said, even if we just meet someplace in your town, just for lunch.
Small town.
Small town.
Small town, there's only a couple options.
Yeah, the local.
You can either go to the diner down here or the McDonald's up on top of the hill.
Yeah, I could do without McDonald's.
Yeah, diners are okay.
Yeah, you know what? Those little hometown diners are some of the best food you'll find. I love those hometown small, hole-in-the-wall diners. You got 3 old ladies in there making everything from scratch.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys still have drive-in movie theaters out in your area or not.
We still have a working one out here.
We have one left, yes, here.
Yeah.
No, technically we have 2. But those don't last.
Well, you're a couple hours from Bloomsburg, right?
Yes, I'm on the other end of the state.
Okay. Yeah, see, I've been up, family originated from Bloomsburg area. I've been up to Lancaster.
Yeah, Lancaster, yeah, it's center of the state. It's where all the Amish are.
Yes. Used to take the youth group for the military-based youth group and school kids. We get tasked to drive them up there with our piece of crap military buses. And we volunteer as drivers to do it, but we get to go in. They pay our expenses to get into these places and our lunch, and then they always send a nice letter to the commander appreciating all the help that we provide for them. It was fun because I got to see places I probably never got to go do.
Listen, I can't even go on Facebook anymore. So I just opened up Facebook on my phone, and Ken Peavy is looking for recommendations. Okay, you ready for this one? Where can I buy a midget? Asking for a friend.
You know what? Some of the stuff he comes up with on for a post.
The man bun one. The man bun one was the best though.
Yeah. I like it when Ken puts stuff on there because it's normally some pretty good stuff.
Yeah, you got Ken, you got Hippie Blues on here. Never know what the hell you're gonna say.
Are you friends with me? Yeah, you're friends with me on Facebook,
Yeah,
aren't you?
that's why I said Hippie Blues.
Oh yeah, my picture.
I can't stand long hair. I hate it.
Let me wonder. Okay, let me see. How can I put that?
And of course, Melissa has the comment of, "Dang it, my midget friend moved to Colorado." Okay, so Violet asks, wondering what type of microscopes everyone uses. I have a generic one that came from China. That's it's getting old and wore out now. You go on Amazon. You can go on Amazon and find 1,000 times USB microscopes for $20 or $30. So I asked, how do you get product to supply your store? You just build supply chains.
There, is that showing?
Yeah, it's showing. I think it is. That was
Yeah.
Blue's pre-coins.
That was me pre-coins. That's when I refused to get haircuts. And that's not even as long as it's been. It was below my shoulder blades.
Oh.
I'm catching up on my instant messaging too. So I started laughing. All right, let me see. Thanks, Roadrunner.
Oh God.
You didn't know I had a sister. like, damn it, brother. Oh my goodness.
Pearl. Roadrunner wants to know if she's single.
Oh no, you see the Adam's apple on that dude?
Put that dude on a coin.
Yeah, well, it can't be any worse than that one.
Oh, that's so bad.
I hate to say it, but that looked like the picture that should have been on the Buffalo nickel. Yeah, that coin is hideous. Now I want one.
Do you? Why?
Just for no particular reason, because it's hideous.
I'll see what they run.
It's just one of those things. It's like I just got to have it for no particular reason. It's gonna. Well, yeah, I got my 2019 uncirculated set in. The P and D, and I got the W penny. I ordered one because I got the 2019 proof coming to me from the Big Show. The Big Show win. So I decided, well, I'll get the uncirculated one. Then I have one of each. I'll probably end up getting the silver just so I have all three of them.
Man, that coin is the cheapest coin listed in the book for those.
I'll have to get on eBay and look for it.
Trey wants to know, where do I sleep if I'm on panels all hours of the day? I just curl up underneath the desk.
You know, there's sometimes I sleep better on the floor than I do in my bed.
It was joking. I don't sleep underneath the desk.
So when I ordered my my uncirculated set, where are my glasses at so I could read this? I got the 2018 American Innovation $1 proof. It's the one Ken talked about that has nothing on it. It's just plain.
How much you pay for that from the mint?
My one is says like $5.50 or $5.90 or something like that. $6.
Melissa must be out of her mind because now she's asking who's Jeff. I don't know.
I got it because I didn't have to pay separate shipping to get it.
Yeah, I'm looking for the one I have. I have a graded example. I don't know where the hell it's at. There's too much stuff here.
There's too much stuff there.
It got buried.
It's like when the 2019 S nickel came out. I found one on move ammo. Let me make sure I'm saying this right.
$8 good for a PCGS 86 proof nickel. Depends what grade it's in. Most likely no. Buy the coin, not the holder.
Yeah. I was trolling eBay and I came across the 2019 S nickel PCGS proof 69 deep cam. First strike. It was $10 with free shipping. I couldn't find one and send it in and get that grade for less than what, $35? I don't even know if this camera will even show it. Ooh. If I get it to focus. Okay. First of all,
86.
OBS here.
86S decam. Yeah, that's not bad. If it includes shipping, it's not bad.
Yeah, the 19S PCGS proof 69 deep cam.
Grade sheets are not even listed, so I can tell you what they are.
Yeah, but if I could find graded coins for cheap, I'll pick them up because I know how much it's going to cost to grade a coin.
For example, I sold these the other day. Here's a 94 and 95p Western quarters and MS64. Why the hell would someone grade those?
Yeah. You get them cheap?
Yeah, I got them cheap. Otherwise, I wouldn't have bought them.
Yeah.
It says anything under proof 68 is a waste of time, depending on your year, depending on your mintage. Some of those proofs are a little scarce.
Yeah. And I'm getting better with my knowledge watching these channels. I mean, I didn't even know about those business strike S quarters until Ken started talking about them. Now I think I got 12 of them. I picked up at $1 a piece in the bargain bin at the coin show.
What's supposed to say in special one? Man, I'm out of. I need to get the hell out of here before long. So I'm losing my mind, and I think everyone else is too.
Yeah, was it 220? So it's 320 where you're at.
323.
Yeah, let's just call it a night
Yeah, get the hell out of here.
and have some more fun later. For the people that are still here, Jeffrey Schumar, he is hosting the Thursday night Q&A show. What time you starting at?
It'll be 8:30 Eastern.
8:30 Eastern. Let me see if I still have your.
I'm trying to see if this is still loaded up here. It's not.
Yeah, I had your link up here. Let me find it again. Put it in the chat real quick.
Hold on, I can just type it in.
Okay.
If it works, sometimes doesn't work.
It's YouTube. It's hard to tell. But I am glad that my internet's back working again. I didn't stream for what, 6 days?
I have no clue. All right, let's see if I can copy and paste that. See if this works this time.
Oh man, the lag is so bad. It's now just showing the nickel. Wow, that's ridiculous. That was like 3 minutes ago.
Yep, that works. Let's copy and paste that, or you just right-click it and go to. Work.
So don't forget the Q&A tomorrow. Bill
All right,
J.
8:30. Yep.
1 o'clock. He'll be doing his show.
Melissa's going to be drop kicking a keyboard, so we'll stay tuned with that, and we'll fill you in on.
That's going to be a whole new show by itself.
Melissa, if you're doing it, you have to record it. So we'll make that one go viral.
I could watch the chat for you tomorrow during the show if that works.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then I'll just interrupt people. I'll just interrupt and let you know there's their chat question.
See, it's typically good unless I'm pulling photos. That's when I get pulled away from chat.
Yeah. Yeah, you're pretty good at keeping up track on the chat. I'm getting better. But
All right, Blues. Well, I'm gonna call it a night here. I'll probably message you. Later on or tomorrow sometime.
That'll work, brother.
All righty.
You have a good night. Appreciate you.
Sure thing. See you guys.
Yep. All right, everybody. Y'all peace out. Take care of each other. Y'all have a good night.